By the way, can we say this is episode 22?
No, I have this as episode 22. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Then we're
Yeah.
all good.
What do you we say? Where did that come from?
Wait, let me double check because I thought I was one off for some reason, but maybe I'm not.
Maybe it was like a hub session or something we did.
We kind of were at least a member that Ian and Mia's countings were off.
Can we
by
say this is
one.
episode 23?
No.
No.
Please.
No.
Too late.
Because every time you say the wrong one, and then on YouTube it's like I have
What
to
do you mean I
pay
say
the
the wrong one? Wait, what? No.
Wait,
Wait, no, this is episode 20. Wait, what? No, you're doing it wrong on YouTube. This is episode
I'm
20.
confused.
We
This
had
is 23.
No, this is 22.
No,
Yeah.
no, because you didn't consider a half session like an actual session. So
Yeah, I did. It wasn't. It was a half session. Duh.
Was it on
But
a
it was a
different
week,
week
it was
and
a
therefore a
VOD.
different VOD?
Yeah.
But then did you
Yeah.
not do the 0.5 on like the
I
VOD
did.
title?
No, of course not.
Oh, why the fuck not? When I said it was a half session.
Okay,
If
this
I
is
say it's a half
23.
session, then that is a what? I'm gonna
This
say
is 22 and a
24.
half.
I'm gonna say 24 at the beginning of the fucking intro. Just so you know.
Why not just make it 25?
No, 22. No, okay. I'm ready, I guess. I'm ready.
That's what they all say.
Okay. Welcome, everybody, to session 22 of Blood and Shackles.
Wait a second.
It's a fucking...
23.
Some of you may be
I'll do a
confused looking...
voiceover, like,
Some of you may be
everybody,
confused
actually,
looking at the
my
title of this
voice.
VOD. Some of you may be confused. The VOD name isn't correct. Okay, last time,
Just cut that.
many weeks ago, in fact it was the 30th of the 7th, it was back in July, insane when we last played, when the party began their travel on foot, trying to pass over the Chateau range, separating the Wangi Expanse from the from the area of the Manor Wastes. The party, going by foot, had a couple of encounters or discoveries on the road, one of which was a sighting of a nearby giant city, village, town, some of the like you spotted from afar and went to have a closer look to see if this was the kind of giant that potentially would be dangerous to those traveling this route. But you were fairly sure after scanning out some further that instead a stone giant town, one that is frequented by those recluses and secluded fellows, but that are not normally antagonistic towards neighbors or other travelers. So you decided to live and let live and move on. As you also passed over one of the highest points in the range, you also found a body lying in the path, quite an old body by the looks of it. And when you went closer to have a further examination, you were instead attacked by some earth elementals, seemingly guarding the body in some sort of maybe long forgotten agreement of some sort. The fight was pretty intense, but in the end you were victorious, and you discovered
The cook to save us.
Oh, you did need a cook to save it. Yes, Cooper has, started getting a little bit more into it in terms of throwing stuff behind. I'm sure when you travel back, if you ever travel back from this place to the Shackles itself, I'm gonna have Cook turn into like an alchemist or some shit, just so he can fucking do all the alchemist foods, but they're so cool.
Genius.
And yes, you found out that the body in fact belonged to some sort of geomancer by the look of it, who had come to the Shadow Range looking for some sort of connection to the plane of Earth. You found a journal that described his adventures in trying to find out more about one of the trapped elemental lords, and there was a place of some significance in the mountain range that he was looking out, and you had some sort of map amongst his belongings, which put inside your bag for future considerations before heading on your work. And you became into the Manoways proper. You headed down the other side of the mountains and saw this kind of desolate wasteland in front of you with, the giant space in front. And there was a few society rules, people recalling knowledge, learn a bit more about the gunworks, the Manoways. I'm sure we all forgot everything we once learned about it, but there was some information about how it begun, what it can do to the people in it, the civilization that exists there, so on and so forth. And you began to make your way towards the gunworks, and that is where you'd been told to meet with your contact. Just in case you forgot, the gunworks is indeed the place with the big gun. And of course, you just to give a reminder, the name of your contact was someone going by the name of Kenneth. No, Kenneth. Let me check his name actually. Kenneth?
Is there an H?
Emmett. Close enough.
Close.
Emmett Ironwood was the name of your contact who you were planning to meet in
Ernest
the
Way.
gunworks. Emmett Ironwood, yes. Just as you say. But before you could make your way to the gunworks proper, you saw a storm brewing in the distance. One of those fabled Manoways storms which can drive those caught in it mad as the magic courses through them and, mutate their body if they have elongated exposure into some horrifying creation. You swiftly sook. What's the past tense of seeked? Sword. Sook. I like sook though. You previously sook shelter. You sook well, and you found quite a big cave complex, into the side of one of these kind of cliffs that you're in the valley of. But as you explored it a little bit to make sure you were alone, you found out what seemed to be some signs of a chase or an attack or something that occurred deep within the cave. It seems like some of the people who potentially were here did not come to a nice end. But nevertheless, the storm was raging and you didn't have any other options, so you found a small area, a small kind of room to not barricade, but to hide yourselves away in. But then you heard... Exactly, not yet. But
we have that sand making thing,
yes,
right?
you have discussed the barricaded the sand, but you have not done so yet. As you basically just had, you heard some sniffling or snuffling or some sort of, large sort of canine at the entrance of the cave, and then you found a, not that you didn't find, they found you, a sort of mutant gnoll, which you very swiftly managed to defeat without them posing too much of a problem whatsoever. But before they died, they let out a loud, piercing howl that kind of, you could hear an echoing through the way, and only, a few moments later it was started to answered by other howls, kind of going all through the valley. And yes, that is where we end, basically immediately when that happens. Yeah, exactly. Oof, a lot of stuff happened in the turns out, actually.
Yeah, no wonder we needed a break.
Mm-hmm. We're not having it in one session? That's a lot for one session.
No. It was more of a joke, you said it and that's where we'll end. That was the end of this session. Good session.
It was good, guys. That was my prep. Remembering what happened last time. That was a hard prep.
Okay, so we're fighting mutated dogs, and I'm a bird.
Sure, exactly what you said.
It could be worse. You could be cat. I mean, they could be cats.
Yeah, how does Crixel talk?
Yeah,
Does he have an accent? He doesn't have an accent.
Crixel does have an accent.
a little bit.
Crixel has an accent?
Yeah. A little bit.
No, you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
You
No,
don't
he
really
has a
enough,
bird
but
voice. He's a
It
bird
fucks
voice.
me up
Yeah,
because
just
for
like-
whatever
just like he
reason, my
talks a little
brain's like,
weird, yeah.
He talks
other
weird.
accent?
Yeah, that's
I should
an accent.
match that fucking
He doesn't sound like you, right, Jacko? So he has an accent.
I'm terrible at accents.
Yes,
Yeah, no, that's
so
not good
yeah.
to shit. No, he doesn't run.
Okay, but yeah, so this
yeah,
body,
so-
it's still warm, kind of steaming in front of you at the entrance of this place.
I share a look without there. I'm like, yes, get out the bottle of unending shit.
Okay. Yeah, of unending sand, and what you just start to
That's a way different magic
Yeah,
weapon, Jacko.
he pulls out his trousers, lets loose his bottom, and
I'm pretty sure
and
that's
away
just
we
like
go.
the ancient version of Taco Bell.
It's about to smell real bad in here.
Bottom unending shit. Man, that's like a fucking cursed item. You play it, sink it's unending sand. Okay, so you start to kind of quickly
I'm
pour
not going to say
over
what I
it.
thought about because I don't want you all to get ruined. I'm sorry.
Pour out. So you're doing the first one, I guess, of 1 gallon a round. I have to do some quick math.
Yeah.
I will say, obviously, it is very, completely a dry sand. So it doesn't it doesn't go very high before kind of flooding into the cave on both sides.
You start here, right? At the front, so it slowly builds up into that area and here. So it looks like a cave-in.
And okay, so we all live in a beach or around a beach, a coastal town. So we all know how wet sand works and how to build sand castles. So we have to wet it,
water.
and then build it so it becomes like a wall.
Yes.
And
That's what makes durable wool. Yes, we will be in sand during the competitions.
We have to build
Yeah.
like a drawbridge and
The old Salt Reef sandcastle competition is really competitive. Don't you know?
Right. Multiple towers, of course. Okay, someone needs to get that null body inside, right? So that.
Okay, so you're trying to get the body inside. I mean, there is a lot of blood, obviously, also around the area.
Nobody is clue that we're here. Get rid of it.
Gallery. How? I mean, do you want me to drag it in with us?
Don't know
Sure,
how
it can go
good
here
the
in the
smell
corner.
is.
I'm not gonna eat it, for sure.
No, don't.
Okay, so I just did some quick math.
Leave it out there. I don't
So-
need it here.
Roughly a gallon is like 3.78 liters. I'll be very generous and say it rounds up to 4 liters. So maybe this was a little bit faster, or maybe it's a little slow sometimes. 1 cubic meter, which is less than 1 5 foot square of what you occupy, is 1,000 liters. So that would take
Right.
250 rounds to get up one like half of a 5 foot cube.
Okay, maybe we can make a little fence, where they have like jump over.
So so basically so 5 foot square is almost, it's not 1 meter, but let's say let's
So you said it was how many
1
liters?
cubic
did you
meter
say?
is 1,000 liters, right? That's right, I'm
No.
pretty sure. Yeah.
So at least here's the thing,
It's
right?
10 by
So
10 by 10.
a 5 foot
that's true,
cube
yes.
is 37 gallons. If
No.
it's 3 points,
No.
Literally, that's what it is.
A 5 foot cube?
Yes.
I mean, a 5 foot cube
Like-
is smaller than a meter cube, right? But a meter is less than 5 feet.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And so I'm saying
It's
that
smaller.
is
So,
on
so
Google right now. The calculation:
Yeah.
cubic foot 5 equals U.S. liquid gallons 37.4.
5 cubic feet.
Yep, but are these US cubic gallons or French gallons?
So I'm saying if it's 3.7, like we're still
British
talking,
gallon.
What?
like
But
90. I think it's 100. You're thinking 100, not 1,000. 100.
no, I'm saying a meter cubed is 10 by 10 by. I mean, if I Google a cubic meter, it says this is 1,000 liters.
I mean,
But
that
that's
sounds
also
familiar
having,
to
like-
me from school.
That also happens when I Google I only know meters. I don't know. But a cubic meter.
cubic
is-
meter into interesting, yeah.
Because
That's for sure 1,000 liters. Trust me,
That's
like
5. 1 cubic meter, 264 gallons.
yeah, it's 264 gallons, so like 250 rounds, like I said, right? But you do 1 gallon a round. So I don't know where there's 5
But we don't
cubic.
have to fill up the entire square, right? We just need to make like a thin wall.
But 5 cubic feet is not the same as a cube of 5 feet in each length. That's very different. A cubic foot times 5 is not the same as a 5 feet cube. That's different.
So-
That's the volume.
Oh, Jesus.
Unless there's something wrong with
Too
Google's
mathematical.
thing here, like I'm using cubic meter. 1 cubic meter is 264 gallons. But if I go cubic feet and change it to 5,
But 5
37
cubic
gallons.
feet is not the same as a 5 foot cube. It's because like 1 cubic feet is something a foot, and then the 5 of them in a row. But then 1 sig, which is 5 by 5 by 5, is bigger than 5 things, which are 1 by 1 by 1 by 1.
okay.
Because like exponential.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, yes. It's just funny that
So but like think about that. If you had like a foot, like like a foot long measure, right, like one
Right.
ruler, and then you had 5 squares like that, right, like that size, that would be smaller than if you had 1 cube that was
Alright,
5
so you're
feet by
saying
5
to
feet by
do
5
the-
feet.
1
so
cubic foot, and then
the end
yeah,
result is
gotcha.
like, yeah, so we're looking
The
at
end
the
result
sand
is
pour
like
out and it's-
250. Yeah, exactly. Like it's like sure
You
eventually
multiply
you'll be
by
enough-
4 to get a 2-foot cube.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
by-
So
yeah,
you have to do it
gotcha,
again and
gotcha.
again.
Yeah,
So it's like
everybody-
really
okay.
exponential. So for instance, it's basically like you see how like it has the activation here, where like you can pour it over and you like fill it square with different.
You're thinking in
things.
5, but it's really 25 cubic feet.
Exactly, it's fucking huge. So
Yeah.
so for instance here, like you're pulling out sand, it goes out, and I mean you're watching it pour out, and like I said, so basically 240 rounds. There's they're each like 6 seconds, right? So 200, so there's 10. So it's about 25 minutes, and you would have like enough to stop like this is a meter squared. So this is
Is there
not even
the
a total of
the
5
the
foot.
faster pouring method? I can't remember what.
No,
they
so the faster one is kind of fast. It's like where you quickly
it's
pour it
just
over,
like,
and
just
it,
like throw a little bit of
I mean, it makes a lot. So it makes a different train. So it feels like actually the ground up to a decent level, but then you can't get any more out for another minute. So like it kind of is like a quick way to make like, for instance, you could use this and try to make like the path leading up like difficult terrain, maybe like a foot or 2 thick of sand, and then make it very difficult to like kind of wade through. But in terms of like actually filling it up to like actually the brim, like it would take probably like 25 minutes for like a meter squared, and then like then the sand will slip and fall, and so it's not
I'm,
easy.
like, scratching my beak, looking at it. Not going as fast as I hoped.
But we can say it would for certainly make difficult terrains. If you want to make like a marking on the square you're doing it on, we can say that now, like, it's full up with sand to like a certain level.
I mean, it would be like here, I guess.
Okay, yeah. You can, do you want to try to draw something? Or draw something?
I was gonna say like
You could draw like an
Square.
X or something, I don't know. Yeah. Just something doing. Okay, so you basically get Crystal like kind of pulls out a jar, starts pulling it over, and you all kind of like watch, like and then it's quiet. Well, like it's fast, but like the ground is big. Even if you have like 2-3 sandbags full of sand, it still would be able to like wade through or push through. So you and then it takes maybe a few seconds, maybe half a minute.
Donnie, how about waterfall? Pretend it's waterfall. Genius.
What do you mean? Can't just make
Wall of water.
wait,
Ready.
but you've done so twice.
Yes, thanks, mate.
Yes, but it won't last long. How long you want it to last? I mean, I can make a pillar, no wall, but that's much bigger.
So
Then
what
Make him
Yeah,
swim
yeah.
through.
what are you trying
It's
to
actually
do
super
here?
cool.
Hopefully not block us in. Don't want
True.
to die in
True.
Or
this cave here.
I don't have anything big enough to do anything like this because I'm a weakling. But do we have any big objects we can use to like barricade?
yes,
I
Nate.
like to imagine that Nate was doing some math, like the calculator, or like with like it's like old school sort of like like abacus in the
Getting math
background
on the wall.
while we're just planning. And he works like a shipwright, he knows about math.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
math.
I use up one of my chalks, I guess.
Yeah, like writing on the wall, like
Yeah.
That actually reminds me, by the way, in the party, what is everyone's intelligence?
Mine is
That
Well,
was
when
started as-
I turn Cooper into an alchemist, he's gonna be a
zero.
fucking genius.
I'm plus 2.
I'm
Because I've
zero.
So,
been
you
learning a lot
have-
about crafting and shit.
Yeah.
There's a couple plus 2s.
I got +2 as well.
Okay, okay, so I will peek out. Do I hear or see anything like new Gnolls?
I mean, move yourself on the map.
Okay,
You're not
seems
stuck in
quiet.
quicksand.
Yeah, seems quiet. Doesn't seem to be any. Yeah, you're kind of wade through the sand, different train, of course, to get there. But no, for
I'm
now,
sure
it seems
we-
quiet. It's only been now. You did this. I'll say it's been like a couple of minutes, maybe 2 minutes since the fight ended against that creature.
Are there any like boulders we could start rolling? And like maybe stack on top of each other?
Rolling a side stack over to. Let me look at the map. There's like one over here that's like a decent size. This is more like kind of part of the floor, like it leads deep into sand. You could try and maybe do a strength check if you want to see if it is able to be pulled out. This other one looks like you could probably be able to roll it. It would still be like a strength thing, but it would be possible. The other one you might not even really get free.
I'll try to make the party proud. I'll try to return with a boulder. Rolling it.
Okay, give me a strength check. Athletics, of course. Sir.
Yes, where's that? That's a hand, right? Yeah, I remember.
Oh.
Okay, you're a master in athletics. Okay, so for you think you don't do that well, but it's not actually that bad. I mean, it's still it's a pretty big boulder. I mean, look at the picture, right? It's too heavy for you to like pick up and carry, but you're able to start pushing it, basically towards that direction. It is slow. I mean, I'm basically using the same speed as drag rules are, which is like roughly 50 feet a minute. So it is.
Okay.
So it takes you about a minute of grunting, but you're able to kind of position it over there if you want. And it would for sure
PS2.
what's that?
I'm just like, wow, these numbers are so high because I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm used to seeing like
Oh yeah. Wow,
and really high.
No, this is what it looks like when I have all the fucking benefits from fucking Shadow Hearts, like all the 5 and I get a 22 anyway. Feels
Right.
good.
Cheating.
That's my character with.
Yeah, but you pull it back. I mean, it isn't big enough. It isn't big enough, but it would be I would say now this square's great and difficult terrain. If you're trying to get back and forth, and obviously it would provide standard cover if you were behind it, trying to attack someone on the other side and everything. And with a few more boulders, you think you would probably be able to really
And do you
block
think
it up in some way.
it's really hard to stack them because they're so heavy? But do you think if we have multiple people trying to lift them up, that we could put them
Yeah,
together?
I mean, you think if you really have a few people working together, it's definitely possible. Of course, the sad thing is, I will say this, obviously, as a crafter, and if there was a, Gnolls trying to get through, it's always easier to destroy a world than it is to build it, for instance. Or, like, maybe not easy, but at least, it would be possible, probably, unless, actually have, like, mortar and stuff in which you can really cement it shut properly with. But okay, so that takes you another couple of minutes. That takes you another minute, sorry, to get there, so it's been, a few minutes.
Yeah, so I'll just gonna present that boulder, put it in its place, and like, continue? Or wasted effort? Might become our tomb.
Possible.
Only other way is leave and try to hide. Skulk and shadow.
I mean, they're dogs, so they're going to have sensitive noses, right?
Storm
I
is
don't
weird.
think we can
mess
hide.
with-
We must face.
Maybe.
Then it becomes a finding a place to limit how many can fight us at once.
Well, what if we could, put some sheets somewhere? It smells pretty bad. So they would follow a false trail or something. If they smell so good.
It could be done.
Unless they find
Maybe.
something, right? They're going to keep searching, and eventually it will lead back to wherever we are.
Yeah,
So
We can't leave the cave.
yeah.
we can.
What was the other
Might make
option?
it.
Block ourselves in with a bunch of hungry dogs waiting outside? Or
I
it's
think you say that.
Outweight us, right?
As you say that, can everyone roll perception? And Crystal, you, also see something from down the hallway. Like with something with its nose to the feet, or nose to the ground. Right?
secret one? Or
No, this is for initiative.
oh,
But I'm sneaking.
Yeah, that's why you roll with stealth.
Okay. Well,
It's
you
all
said
about-
perception. You said
Ah,
perception.
shit, my bad. Okay, yeah, of course. Sorry, I should have said roll initiative, and then by default it would have been with perception or not.
That's
This
always
guy.
looking odd, yeah. And trying to be stealthy.
My absolute dog shit initiative rolls continue, although it didn't take.
Ha, dog.
Give Bruges.
can I?
Johnny, you technically got two better, So, from yours blind roll, so I'll change it. So, what Nate?
I don't know what's happening.
Is there a way for me to set the roll as the initiative roll?
No. I think you do it, though. Okay, I roll for those. Okay.
Did mine not take before?
No, I didn't take before, yeah, so it should be... What did you roll for?
Well, no, because
second?
I don't even see the roll now on the right. I could have sworn I rolled and I saw
Oh,
a number,
no, I
but it's
guess
not
you
in
did
the
roll.
chat.
I was gonna
Right,
say, why are you
right.
complaining about a little...
Well, let's keep that, sure. Wait, Crixel, why did you roll with stealth?
Oh, did I? Oh, is it automatically on stealth?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it is. So it is, that's the
What's the
same.
difference in the modifier? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. So you so before they have even kind of looked up or out there, I guess I don't know. You're fake about it. I don't know. I guess you're first.
Yeah.
Don't know if you wanted to say.
Ah, shit. I mean,
You see me like look at the agenda.
Yeah, you
first,
see-
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that. Maybe you hear it's like that. I mean, you're going. I don't know how. It's a weird when you roll with initiative and stuff and you're saying.
all right, and I forget that damage is shitty on ranged weapons.
By the way, these guys, what was I say? As I say, these guys look very mutated more so than they look in the picture, obviously. This one has, an extra leg, kind of, coming out the back, so it's actually walking on, 3 legs. And also kind of in the shoulder, there's almost, a jaw, right there. Open teeth and, a mouth.
I'm actually going to delay.
Okay.
I don't think I can get out there and do anything
Expense.
useful.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So, of course, the one time I rolled a net 20 on my initiative.
Yeah.
The classic, no? Okay, quick. So yeah, so before they notice you, you see them with their nose snuffling on the ground, and then they kind of look up right when you
Okay, what is so this square I built has greater difficulty range, you said?
Yes, at this point, it's now got the thing in it, the boulder as well. So you have kind of almost like trying to step over it, like kind of awkward.
So what is what is greater difficult terrain? I can't remember.
It counts at 50. Like each one is like takes 10 extra.
Each one takes 10 extra. Okay, but it's still a stride action to get through.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me see if I have to strike towards an enemy with this. I think I do actually.
I think you do too with 10
Free
paces.
Into the fray. Yeah, that seems like.
Yeah. Based on the wording or the name of
Yeah,
it,
away from the
I'm not afraid. Yeah.
rewards.
Okay. So I will still draw my weapons.
Mm.
I smell trouble. See it too. And then I'll right.
If that's the alternate
Oh.
feat would be the get the fuck out, the GTFO feat.
Yeah,
Free
right.
stride
Oh,
and start to leave.
and I'm not stealthing, so this guy sees me, right? Like he looks up and like.
Yeah. He looks up like.
I'll try to shoot at one of his mouths, so like the shoulder.
Sounds
mouth.
like the decision has been made for us.
Wait, so you didn't move? Okay. So you say.
No, before I stride, I'll try to get shot off.
Yeah.
That's where you are. I've been trying to figure out where the fuck
Wait,
Crixel was
let
this
us-
whole goddamn
Yeah.
time.
I'm dead.
Same.
But like the gunshot like echoes around
You
the
were
cave.
deep within the dead Gnoll, I get it.
Okay, so I would have drawn my. Yes, for now I'll draw my poet pistol. That makes sense.
Ooh,
'Cause
cool.
it's like within range. Oh no, sorry, not my poet pistol. My dueling pistol.
Oh, even different. So many pistols.
There we go.
Oof, there's a crit you shoot him right in the mouth.
Oh what?
Damn.
It's not what I
Shot.
expect. It's not striking, of course.
Wait, it should be striking because it's my striking short sword.
What? It was a dueling pistol. It should be.
Right,
Oh, it's
yeah,
your
yeah,
short
but
sword
the-
that makes everything else
He has
striking.
the-
Oh,
Why'd you give us such a complicated thing?
I did. He just he has like the what's it
He
called?
bought it,
Just,
right?
yeah, bleeds into shared power. It's like a fucking classic.
Okay, I
Wait,
just
no,
see-
that isn't how. Wait, you wear 100 chest to a pair of 100. No, wait.
Wait, is that all of those?
No, it's like one specific primary with one specific secondary.
Oh, so I have to choose.
You have to choose
set of
one
weapons?
primary weapon and one secondary weapon. Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
come in
yeah,
six to
then-
three. You wear one on your chest, one on the
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, cheating!
You're thinking of doubling wing jacket, which doesn't work on main shields.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Okay, so then it wouldn't be striking, no. Then I will stride.
Okay. But they take a good chunk unless if they get stunned.
Yeah.
Oh no, they do not seem to be stunned.
So this is 15.
Yep.
And then 20. 25?
Yes, you run around the corner. Yes.
That's it.
And
And
that's
I'll
it?
reload, that's fine.
you reload. Okay, cool.
Oh no, sorry, I'll
then-
drop that and draw my good pistol. Of course. It's been a while, sorry.
Oh no, yeah, of course. I'll also be slow, I think. Okay, this one that you didn't quite see starts running towards the sound of the gunfire excitedly. But uses basically all its actions to get over to here. It's kind of just around the corner. This would be very difficult. You would better hit Johnny from here, but it would be cover from the wall and shit in the way. But that's its whole turn. Nate.
Can I hit the guy from where I'm standing?
Yep. There's cover because it does go through the square with the boulder in it now, which is providing it some cover.
But I guess I didn't have my bike grip, so I guess I use one action for that.
Sure.
And then
Wonderful.
let's see, maybe do a knockdown. That's called.
Ooh, a knockdown, nice.
Wait a minute.
What's the cover
This
penalty?
one, I will say, plus 2 AC. But they get extra
Oh.
AC. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I will say this one has the same sort of pustules on it and stuff that the other one had before. The other one you saw, you shot Jack, it didn't seem to. Okay, as you hit it, yeah, that hits.
Okay, roll damage.
Okay, nice. Some of the pustules do explode, meaning, Johnny, I need a reflex save.
Of course.
Is there a cover bonus for reflex saves?
I think so, yes, actually. I think it also gives plus 2 to reflex saves. Okay, I really check the DC. Wait, I got
Also,
you.
I was just reading. The growth gun
would
is
that-
already a striking pistol, but for next.
Okay, so
I
you
think-
could add the blazons on the other
Yeah.
thing, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, that is
Would this become?
actually, yes, this would be covered actually with the +2. It's actually a critical success. So all the acid, you gotta duck behind the
Ching.
wall and the acid just like
Yeah.
splashes into that.
Okay.
Wait, but he also gets knocked down, right? If he's knocked down. Oh no, you get an athletics check now. Sorry, that's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, athletics check.
Oh yeah, that's a critical success. He gets like swiped off his feet, falls prone. He takes like it's not even D6, right? When you have knockdown, it's like the weapon damage die instead, right?
I don't think so with the base one. I think you
Oh,
need
that's
the improved one.
Oh, okay, maybe that's right. Okay, so he takes the D6. So I can click that. He takes another 2 damage as he falls on it. But oh, okay. I mean, okay,
yeah.
I'll use your roll. I can use your roll. It's fine. It's fine. Takes 1 damage as he gets tripped and falls onto his back. I would have been nice to take a new if you were high. You gotta trust me. Nice. Yeah. So he is now prone. That's your turn, right?
Yeah. That's my turn.
Johnny.
Okay. Just to classic. Target. No. Blast of water in his face.
Right in his face.
Just bam, bam.
Okay. Reflex save. He almost would not 20, but instead he just succeeds. So he takes 7 damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like remove myself.
Oh no, wait, shouldn't.
He also gets +2, right?
Yeah, he also got the +2 from the reflexible. But it was success anyway. Oh yeah, and then you're just like skittled it out, but yeah, Cooper's like, yeah, good place back there. Cooper's like, oh, maybe I go here, instead. The other
Wait,
one.
You promised a Cooper picture.
Whatever.
Oh yeah.
It was a long time ago, you know. Okay. This guy, this third leg you saw Jacko seems to be helping him run real fast.
Good thing we have this.
I was gonna say, just wait. After Johnny, I want to re-enter initiative before the next guy.
Sure. Okay, yeah, you started here, you know, some running, like, technically, you know, cinematic.
Yeah, well, I was just really waiting for the opening to be able to.
Sure.
Here.
Fall down this opening. There is cover, like, from the wall between you two.
The third leg is
target
an
again?
actual leg, right?
What's
Nothing.
what would that be?
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
I couldn't target for a moment.
Oh, okay.
It was driving me nuts.
So are we saying, pick me up?
I was just making a bad joke. Forget about
Oh, well, no, I want to hear it.
He says on the third leg, so I'm assuming it's penis related.
it.
I
Yeah.
do love penis jokes.
I mean, I thought at first it's fine. I'm a child.
Yeah, I definitely didn't say it on purpose.
Bear in mind is what is the rule for my initiative thing?
Your initiative's then.
It's like
You have to go
A
first.
surprise
right?
attack.
well, so there's that one, the flat-footed. If I act in initiative before them, which I
Oh, you.
in this case I technically don't because I delayed.
No, yeah. But
No,
the
I'm wondering about the gang up.
gang up. Oh, gang up doesn't like gang up for sure. He's phone anyway, so you get the sneak attack from that at the very least.
Oh, sweet. I just didn't
Yeah.
see the front thing.
Gang up just means if he's already being threatened, right?
Yeah. If there's anybody else in is it adjacent or threatening? I'm not sure.
I think it's threatening. But I can
Within
do
both
more.
your reach and your allies, yeah, exactly. So Nate would also be making off guard too. Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
crit. Oh no, so I know the cover from the wall which I gave to. Yeah. Sorry.
The boulder,
Just a
no.
hit. Just a hit, yeah.
So it has.
It has the extra AC from the wall between.
So 31 or 21 is its AC, but it's technically.
It's technically got +2 from the wall.
33, but
Yeah, exactly.
+2?
Yeah, standard
Yeah.
cover from the wall. Yeah, so much standard cover gives. Nice sneak attack though for 25. Okay, yeah, you stab them harder,
Oh.
but they do. Some more postules do burst, so give me a reflex save. You know, you got the wall protecting you a little bit though. Well.
We'll give it a multi.
The wall giver from wall taker, fine. Okay.
Just like, I was going to say, I might re-roll it.
Okay.
Because the chances. We're using hero. There we go.
Man, a 19 would have been a success, so crazy.
Which would have been a critical success.
Mhm. But
Now it's for sure.
even better, you know, you completely get out of the way, you know, it's not even close. Okay, but he
That reroll
NH is
0.1,
25.
right?
Shut the fuck up. There you go. If F10 just like does the second attack and just like finishes off, I'll give him a hit point for that. That's very cool.
And that's the question of the day is so movement doesn't carry like it does in Baldur's Gate, right?
No.
Like
No, not 5 minutes.
I did, yeah. Okay.
Movements ended when you.
It's
attacked,
been a
yeah.
minute, remember?
Yeah.
So the question is, do
you
I
have
GTFO or do I attack?
quick draw, right? You're like slicing, dicing quickly.
I already had my weapons out. I wasn't helping anyone do anything.
Yeah, since you also got attacked like 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But yeah, so
But I do
do
have
you
the
stay or
crossbow.
do you go? That's the real question.
Do I stay or do I go now? I will retreat. I'll step back.
It'd be like the module
And
for this
my-
town isn't working, huh? Get used to that.
ah,
I hear the music.
Oh, yeah, but not like playing music. I'll fix it one other day, you know. Okay. Yes, with that
But
third
it's
leg,
not this day.
go fast. But the difficult terrain means they can't stand there.
And what's... Oh, you can stand in difficult terrain.
No, but he doesn't have movement to get there, to move into it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
victory!
So he has used all this movement, basically like the final, like he tries up twice, like very quickly, like running at that third leg. But then he uses his whole last turn to kind of like, you know, just like clamber over on top of the rock. So now he's like standing on top of the rock.
Oh.
It does provoke full nade.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But like you see him like scrambling up on top of the sand to try to get like to you all, but it is like slowing him down a lot.
Yeah, strike.
Nice. Kick his ass, save ass.
Ooh.
Oh.
Good reroll.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah, I could do that. Why not?
Get all of our rerolls out in the first round.
Oh, yeah. Holy
Again.
shit!
Oh.
Oh, wait, you
Yeah,
keep
at
it.
least
You
you
keep
keep
it.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's just telling you you don't want to reroll this. Come on, guys, you don't need to reroll this. It's all your turn.
Okay, so I can't step into a friendly square.
No.
Step, strike, step. Okay. I will. Yeah, it's a pretty good position to like shoot at it. Let's
mean,
see how I.
Is it a
do.
2-action step, strike, step?
Yeah.
Because you could strike to here and then step, strike, step back into this square.
By golly, he's right.
By golly gosh, that's about as game 3 expert right there.
I need you on my in
Hey.
Discord chat. Okay, so I'll try it here, and then I'll do my Drifter's Duke. Oh, but I have to step first. But step. make
But
a
you can choose to
strike.
never step if you don't want to.
Okay, so,
You
yeah,
can
so,
choose
yeah,
not
okay,
to.
so I will. Yeah, so we'll go to first step, make a strike with my growth gun. There we go. Critical hit. I like
Oh.
this. Look at that.
Oh, maybe.
What do?
Oh, yeah.
48.
48. Oh yeah, okay, so you just step up, you blow like this guy's head clean off, he like falls back, you know, off the rock he's standing on, lying in pieces, like head missing, blood splattering the wall behind.
Okay, well, then I'll go for a stab.
Oh,
stab,
pulls
and
on
then a
that?
stab, and then I'll whoop
You step forward and stab
Just-
him down.
against this dude. With a -4.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
baby.
holy shit, just taking names, oh my gosh.
Critical's back, baby. Let's go.
24?
24.
Wait, this isn't striking evil? The fuck, Jacko?
Wait, it isn't? Oh, I clicked the wrong. Didn't click the short sword.
But I mean, you roll well, Jacko, I'll give you an option. You can either choose to keep this damage or roll the short sword damage.
Hmm. 2d6
Reroll it, come on. You're a gamer.
Yeah, I gotta be fair. I'll reroll it. Hey!
Oh, okay, okay.
Yay!
Just 24 the exact HP. So it's like, like you shoot one in the head, blow the head clean off, you step forward and plunge the sword down into it, and there's just both bodies now like lying in front of you. You can have a hero point. That's very, very drifting, just stepping and weaving. And yeah,
Does
it
that
is
one
now-
explode?
Oh shit! No. Oh yeah, when he stabs, of course. Yes. Give me the reflex save, as you maybe get sprayed in acid as you know you stab it through the chest.
Let me check. Ooh, that makes sense. I was too busy.
You were too busy. Okay, so you take double damage. Oh, you take 6 acid damage.
Alright.
And yeah, they are both lying dead at the feet. I will end the combat thing, and yeah, blood just like covering Crick, so he looks pretty violent right now.
Any more?
At least it's not
Gonna start
ripping
leading
someone's
us.
throat out with his beak again.
Very efficient, bro.
So those guys were what we were worried about?
Hmm.
Or what?
Don't know how large their pack is. Might be more.
Maybe they keep coming like 1 or 2 at a time like this. Shouldn't be a problem, right? Especially if you keep shooting at that, bro.
Maybe. Could we look? If others are around, they must be near.
Sure, go on.
Okay, I'll start stealthing. Gonna
He's
give,
stealthing.
give Altair like a look, like you coming, bro? Oh shit, there's the bug where it just keeps adding on infinite
Wait, really?
things.
So weird. No, it looks like it's still just you, Jacko. You feel safe to
Gonna
go with them.
lean back in. Altair, you coming?
Yes.
Not above asking for help. Oop.
You're stealthing, right? So you're going like decently slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the stealth at full speed yet thing, right?
It is on level 7, so you could possibly have it.
No, because I took acrobatics, so I could do kip up.
Ah, that's pretty used. Is there like weird... Is the inside of this cave wet from the rain come?
Yeah, there's a little bit of wind, so like it's a storm. So the inside is it's a little damp, not like soaking wet, but it's not a bit damp. And you're like and you're like you're like sneaking around, trying to get a view basically out of the outer side. Give me a perception check.
Blind GM.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, okay, yeah, you're a little bit distracted. You keep like looking back, kind of worried. Maybe like something's gonna like sneak up for the others, and you're kind of worried about their safety. So you're not being that observant to like the outside. So as you kind of get in, you kind of cover behind the rock a little bit, and you kind of look out through the opening. You do see some more figures, like maybe from this point, maybe 100 feet from the entrance, something like that. Like another group.
I was going to say
It's-
100 figures.
No, but it's more. Maybe like 100 feet, like a bit of a larger group of like these gnolls, kind of sniffling around and kind of like howling to each other a little bit. This one, if you like kind of quickly do, you kind of peek your head around a little bit more to see like a bit more of like to the right at the bottom. You count, as far as you can see, 7 figures in total.
Are they all similar in size?
Yeah, all of these are still like medium creatures. You see, some of them have like slightly different mutations. Like one of them, still has the extra leg. One of them has like a colored skin or like not or fur, like almost like tinged like red. Is like a bit unusual. Yeah, you see like one that looks like absolutely like revolting. You think if you're a bit closer, you maybe would even feel sick just to look at them. There's a few different things going on. One of them almost seems to blend in with like the background if you like look at them.
Ooh,
But there's
chameleon.
Exactly,
okay,
exactly.
Seeing that, I'll drop to the ground like prone, and I'll start crawling back towards Altair. And we'll say,
Yep. Start backing up.
Yes, more. Several. 5, 6.
Yes. Well, shit. Back to the safety of our cave, with now ever-growing barricade of dead gnolls.
Yeah, the bodies are really like. I mean, everything the bodies in are basically is like difficult terrain, So you're really making a pile around there,
Exactly.
Okay, so you slowly sneak your way back.
I'll try and cover up these bodies like in this little divot alcove.
Okay, you're gonna drag them over. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
How much time do we have?
Oof,
Probably
it depends. Like they're only 100 feet away, so it obviously depends if they have clearly catch your scent. If they catch your scent, immediately or mostly from the cave, they could be on you in a matter of 15, 20 seconds even. But it depends how how well it is from the track.
Yes, I'll update the others about the pack outside. What now? Stay out of sight.
Right. Yep.
I mean, What other option do we have?
Take fights to them. Run into rain. See what happens.
I mean, this is as good spot as any, isn't it? I don't expect them to try to starve us out.
No, I don't think they're that intelligent. And we could fight our way out. We just can't leave the cave right now. Worse out there than waiting in here.
Yes, true. But waiting makes me nervous.
I'm
Anybody
sure
have
we'll be
a
fine.
game we could play?
I have dice.
Dice, yes. Please.
Oh, so you start to play some.
Start
Yeah,
playing Yahtzee.
it's been like maybe 2 or 3 minutes since you like kind of you came in. Oh Yahtzee, okay, since you
Waiting
came in.
for someone to excitedly yell like Yahtzee! Just roll the shit.
classic. But as you're doing it all here, some of you start to hear some snuffling again, as it seems they have found you. It's been like 3 minutes technically. No, actually, sorry, 4. I was wrong. And then, yeah, well, I mean, it's all initiative and perception, but it is like basic perception check, but obviously it determines how fast you have to initiative. There's a few of them now,
No weapons.
but this natural choke point looking pretty good.
Oof. That was... Okay, so we hear them like in the cave, like snuffling around.
Yeah, you hear like a few of them like kind of moving, and like also like a bit of like kind of like, well, it's like snapping at each other, you know, like how like wild dogs would like, you know, bite each other a little bit sometimes, or like, you know,
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff. So
Everyone,
certainly
if
a good-
since I rolled with perception, because that's what you said, everyone gets a +1 because I can do Scout's Warning.
Doesn't matter for
so
me.
you like hold up a hand to
Except for me.
but
Oh, but
one
that's
of
the only
them,
one that would have mattered for so far.
I know.
one of them is even
At least
faster.
I think I gotta reread it. It's been a minute.
It's this one. This is the one. Ooh, okay. This one is fast. And when did they go first? This one actually, instead of having the extra leg, the 2 legs have actually gotten much longer. They increase the speed by a lot. Holy shit. Okay.
And I do use the visual gestures,
Of course, I believe you.
not the audible.
But they seem to have caught some sort of scent, so they quite quickly are making their way in your direction. As you know, there's still a lot of blood, sort of, you know, in that area and the like from all the scorched brains. And
Yeah,
so
I gotta say, by the way,
one-
it's like having this super difficult terrain
Yeah,
here
it's
with
really good.
Miha with the reach weapon is like such a perfect setup for this type
Accidentally
of
pretty
fight.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one actually, thanks to its long legs, it's so fast they can actually run all the way in to like here, even through
Well,
the difficult terrain.
It can try.
It can try. So it has these long legs and like it's very quickly like running over, and you know, it's like a kid in a candy shop as it like looks around. There's all these like, you know, like delicious looking people in front of it. But Nate, I would say, I mean,
as
you've
it
been
goes through the
ready.
difficult terrain.
Yeah, exactly, Nate. You've been like ready with the pike. If you wouldn't have put it down, then I think it's realistic to say you still are like on edge, and everybody is like still got their reactions if you want. Of course, if you were playing Yahtzee, then strike that from the record.
That was definitely not that. I was joking about that.
Well, you know.
I would not have done that.
Playing Yahtzee in the corner, trying to go his happy
Yeah,
place. You know,
knowing that there's like a chameleon, mutant Gnoll, and 5 others 100 feet from a cave entrance, nah, not a chance.
This one also had this red tinged fur. Ooh. And you miss as it strides past. But as you're the one showing, you know, the aggression, it does focus its efforts at least immediately on you, as it then tries to take a bite out of you with its jaws.
Okay.
Ooh,
Seriously?
critical hits. Ay, ay, ay.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's a nasty bite. For 24 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then, emboldened by how well it went, it then tries to bite you once more. Of course.
Had 2 actions still remaining even after.
Oh shit! No, it does not.
Terrain.
Okay, of course it
That's
doesn't. Sorry. It does
Holy
not. It
shit.
does not. It does not. It did one bite. Yeah. Oh my god. I'd say your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stab it.
Yeah, you're like, you damn fucked up boy.
You're in my house now, bitch.
This is our candy shop.
Easy hit. Yes.
I like how it's not even giving me the flat-footed thing. Or I guess it doesn't show up unless it matters, right?
It is, yeah. It shows it for me. It shows it's off guard. It puts it affects the AC and doesn't affect your attack roll. So I like see it basically lowering its AC.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
baby.
Ooh, nice. And then you get it's obviously not crit, so no critical special affliction. Yes, very solid stab.
Alright, we'll do a second one.
No pustules, whatever on this guy. Ooh, another solid strike hits.
Nice. Oh, lower damage.
Just stabbing down. I mean, still very good. Pretty badly injured already. The wound's opening up in the side.
And then the YOLO.
3 strikes. Subbrother would kill you.
Where's he gonna move to, you know?
Do I do the -8 with the sickle and lower damage with the sneak attack?
Still, yeah.
Or do I do the -10 and the cruise?
It's not damage, for the damage, right?
Sickle. I mean, it is because it's not striking, so it's quite.
Okay. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. Oh gosh! Those guys on the side don't know what they're talking about.
So on my screen, it
Turn off
definitely looks like
karmic
it's sitting on a
dice.
2, but fuck it.
Oh, dear, whatever.
Take it. Oof.
34. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, I mean, how do you kill him with the sickle? You're not going for the stab
does
through
a
the
less
neck. You still going for the stab through the neck? What's the sickle look like?
Yeah,
when
so
you
it's more of
shoot
like
him?
a stab, and he's kind of redirecting him, and then it gets like kind of turns him a little bit, and he gets like the sickle around his neck and then slices through.
The classic, yeah. So you do 2 quick stabs and the offhand comes in and you cuts him down in the 1 swift turn. You can also have a hero point for that display of
Fuck
rogue
yeah.
powers.
Let's go.
Yeah, so now the body immediately kind of drops dead to the ground, blood oozing out. Okay, but before any of the rest, you can have this one over here. What mutant ability did I give this one? Ah, okay. Interesting. Nothing you can see on sight. Maybe this one looks a little... maybe it's head days.
Every go by SF like the one normal dude, right?
No, this one's standing on edge a bit. It's been his whole turn to go stand in here, but that's its whole turn. Just like kind of climbing on top of this
Oh,
rock.
you already used your reaction, damn it.
Yeah.
There's too many things like moving in, you need more reactions. Johnny.
I'm gonna blast it. With my nice little
So anyway, I started blasting.
Water blows up in his face.
Water
Bam!
pistols.
Yeah.
17, nice. Let me give him the reflex there. There's a fail. Takes it to 17, yeah, big amount of water.
Can we give guidance to Nate?
To Nate, nice.
Thank you.
And by the way, do I get any charges from any of these skills?
No.
Oh, my neck is not.
I just need to... something, sorry. Okay. Okay, cool. Just enjoy this normal back here. Okay. Which one is that? Sorry. Just trying to double a couple of things. Ah, the one right in front, nice. And what did I give you? This one has a lot of eyes all over its body, like all over the shoulders. There's like more and more eyes. Okay, but he goes. Can he go? That would be an extra 15. And we can't get past his friend.
Tactical geniuses.
He's pretty tactical. Yeah, the difficult terrain is really helping. 25.
We can try to leave.
I guess he uses all his actions and then like really runs in and like runs it even to the bottom here to like, you know, get Cooper's like playing dice in the corner and his giant dog is like running it in and he like, you know, throws the dice in its face. But that is its whole turn. This one down here. So that would be 6 for extra 15. 80. Can't even get all the way up here. To get over to here to oh wait, where can I do that? Wall interruption, whatever. Gets here. Can't seem to get any closer with its final action. So instead, kind of snarls in your direction, Nate, trying to intimidate you.
That's
It's a check they do against you.
Yeah.
But what's your body see? No, not a, you just see the snarls of the dolls that you're putting down left and right, and it does not scare you at all. However, this one does look very disgusting. But we'll see what happens at the beginning of your turn, maybe. Oh, Crixil, it looks so disgusting. Give me a fortitude save as you try to hold your stomach back from turning over the look of all, these disturbing and unnatural body parts.
I'll keep that.
Okay, you become sickened 2.
I don't want to keep that.
Just like looking at it, you see basically like some of it's just like inside out, like the stomach is like outturned, the lungs like outside the throat, where maybe like they like explode in some sort of weird magical impulse, and you kind of see the lungs like breathing in and out from the outside. It's fucking gross.
All right.
And then you hit
I'll
the
try
eyes
to-
up, so like his eyelids like bent backwards, and like you see like a little bit at the back, all like string.
Stop.
I'm sickening him.
Crixil is, dry heaving. Turning away from that, I'll do a Drifter Juke step here first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll do a strike on.
Oh, like shoots past Johnny's,
Yeah, strike. Yeah, he's threatening Cooper. Can't do that, of course.
He is.
So, Growth Gun, here we go.
Oh my god, you're just
Even with
fucking
seconds.
shooting off heads.
Crystal, man. Woo!
Crystal. Holy shit, 52?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Okay, yeah, like half the head just gets like blown off, and like, there's like, just like half it's still moving.
Yahtzee. Then I'll step and try to finish the job
Okay, yeah.
with a short
That
sword.
is no, but that is full terrain with the body in it, so you can't step
Oh,
inside
so I can
space.
step there, shit. Okay, so that goes up plan. So, I can't move myself now because I'm trying
Oh
to
my god,
move.
okay. Move.
Stop the second body. I was...
I still can't move you, that's really weird.
Permission to update.
I also can't move you.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Oh wait, how did you get in that
Wait,
square?
there's
Is that
two
what
of
there's
you
a
now.
wall in there? Wait, what? There's 2 of you? Where?
If you move
see
me...
two.
Now I see
New
2 of
patch.
me.
You see 2
I
of
think
you?
you broke some shit.
I want to see 2 of you.
Hmm.
But I can't move you into that space. Oh no, there we go. Right? Now it's bad for you still?
Let me retry.
Yeah.
Okay, I can
Nope.
move myself again.
Okay, sweet. Okay, so yeah, you did
Okay,
once.
but I can't step here either, right? It seems like a...
No, there's like too much rock there, yeah.
And a step on Johnny. He would like that.
No,
I'm sure.
you can't step
Oh,
on
wow.
Johnny, I'm afraid. You can't step on Johnny.
Okay. Then I will stop Drifter shooting because I can't step.
Yeah, yeah.
One more action. Guess I'll reload.
Cool. Nate. There's a few now targets. They're starting to, make some sort of headway into your cave. The bodies are starting to pile up.
So is there another one in this square?
No, that's just a dead body. That's just the one you killed.
Well, I couldn't tell you because they could hide under them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Can you kill
Which
this one in the back
Which
corner?
one's? Yeah, I guess I can.
That one's
Which
near
one's
that.
the- Which one's the disgusting one?
Oh yeah, sorry. As you start turn to others, you haven't given me a force save. The disgusting one is let me double check.
one on the
this
left?
one. Yeah, the one on the left. Yeah. But give me a
Why
force
does
save
he
as
have
you
special
start to turn seeing it. What's that? Because there's a few of these abilities, and I'm randomly pulling them off and chucking them on these guys. And we were I did not want to make art for I don't know, 100
okay.
combinations of abilities that you have.
That's fine then. Thought it was some kind of bigger point.
No. It's just like
Okay.
there's a huge list. It's like they
Oh,
have a couple of easy to them.
No, fine,
that is
fine.
that is actually a success. So you are okay.
Oh, so 19 was a failure. Oh, what was
19?
so it's 18.
Also rolled an 80.
Oh yeah, okay.
Somewhere in that magic range.
Okay, so I guess yeah, I can attack the near death one first.
Yeah, get him away from Cooper,
Yeah.
Plus 18's gotta be okay, right?
It's okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, you pierce him
Yeah.
against the wall.
Oh shit.
Do you want to move the body anywhere, I guess? It's part of the critical specialization. You can like shove him into the corner if you want or something.
Up here. Against the
I
wall.
will just throw it up against the wall. As a
This
wall
wall, you mean?
against.
Heave it like, whoa.
I mean,
That way
that
you
would
mean?
make
Or-
sense. Maybe it bounces up the other wall and lands there.
Oh, well, it depends how you're striking, right? No, it can be either here, or here. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Consider.
Then I'll go. I mean, if I go for the. No, honestly, I'll try to shove the barely wounded one.
Okay.
With the brutal shove. I mean, I do the strike with the.
Mm-hmm. Press trade, yeah.
And 20 times.
Yeah.
Okay, nice, that's it. That's 16, okay. And what happens, I'm sorry? How did we shop work?
Just shove it.
Back.
Okay.
5.
Out automatic.
Oh, it also becomes off guard until the end. Oh, at the end of this turn. I think that's still something. Okay, so where do you want to shove it? Just directly back, right, I guess?
Yeah, directly back. And it gets.
Yeah, you knock it off the, and it becomes off guard, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll use the third attack and use guidance.
Oh, yes. Genius. And it's off guard and everything.
So it's this.
Why did it say? Yeah.
Guidance.
Oh, no, I'm afraid.
So close.
You know, a lot of strikes, even your weapon gets heavy, even for you, when you lose this track a bit. Cool. Oh, yeah, then it's off guard and straight away. 3 more, yeah, some more running up. They're quite far away. This one. Okay. 25. 50. Then. Okay, so you can use this whole turn to get on top of the thing over here. Does try and scramble up with his whole action. Does provoke again from your nate as you have your reaction back now as it moves through. This one has like almost like a vibing sort of almost like serpentine, like almost like tentacle kind of come off in it, kind of like waving about in the air a little bit.
I keep getting weird.
Oh my god. But as they run up, you just fucking smack it back down again. Right? Oof! Jesus, yeah, holding the line pretty damn well.
Can I move it if the... I can't, right? If the...
You could choose to push it down here, I would say. It can be on here, just like
okay,
very
yeah.
range.
Okay, then I do it, yeah.
Yeah, so you like shove him off, like keeping the kind of like, you know, the zone standing. Okay, nice. This one down here.
The zone just opened up.
Right?
Yeah. New challenger. I'll wait.
15. That would be an extra 15, so that's 15.
Only with any AoE.
Okay, so yeah, it comes down to here. It actually manages to crawl over and down on top of it. This is the one that has like the chameleon skin, but it seems to forego in its guerrilla tactics for now, seeing like, you know, the chaotic messes happening inside there. And this one in the back. Ah, this one is another one with the tentacle. Cool.
Tentacool.
Uses all his actions.
Cool.
35, can't get that far, and then all the other bodies are living the way here. But can get down here and standing in the corpse of one of its friend. I will maybe I move this
Still
one.
need the other one.
Yeah, because I'm sure this guy will take up the space with the body soon enough.
Soon enough.
Altair, your turn.
Speaking of... Kill the new guy.
Kill the new guy. This new guy will show up. That's what he is.
Then he has a move. It's perfect.
6. Low damage. 17. Again.
We go again.
Ah,
This
17.
was 17. Okay, yes. Yeah.
Mace.
Meets.
Then the sickle.
The sickle comes out.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
The sickle is doing work, huh?
Yeah, right. It goes well with your strategy of slicing necks.
28. Okay, yeah, it's true. The neck, yeah, a lot of blood pours out from the neck, but it's still like. Oh, sorry, I don't. It won't change any of these attacks. But also give me this thing for the second condition. Sorry, the fortitude save out there. But you can see the one that's so ugly over here still.
This one?
Yeah.
Do I get a benefit for a cover?
No, I
So
only get
apparently-
reflex saves. I'm sorry, not anything else. Dude, it looks even grosser. You're like, well, man, I can't even see where that bit goes.
That's the best part about it. That's what I'm saying.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're fine. And yes, 2 hits, yeah, and blood is like pouring out of it. Ooh, nice persistent lead.
Yeah.
Let's return this one back here. One that got shoved off, angry about this. You know, you strides over on top of this and then bites down at you, Nate.
Okay.
Hits for 14 piercing. And then bites again. Hits again. For another 11 piercing. Yeah, so you're starting to get a bit battered as you're holding the line. Johnny, your turn.
They've positioned a very nice line here.
They have, huh?
Yeah. Laser beam time.
Very nice line.
Give the old Care Bear stare. I don't think any of you are old enough to get that reference.
No,
I know
I
what-
watched
I know
Care
what
Bears.
it
How old do you think we are?
Come on now.
You're like children. It's fine.
I'm not gonna. When did Care Bear come out though? How old was I?
1983.
Care Bears
81?
Exactly.
Holy shit, they're old.
They were still around in the 90s.
Right? I'm sure they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, but only as a
Actually, no, they weren't.
advertising thing, right? Like
The
not
TV
actually
series
like the
ended in
series.
88. Yeah.
Oh, reruns don't exist. Okay.
Exactly. I think I watched on video. I think my I first said on video or something.
I don't know where I saw it. I
Yeah,
don't
first
know.
episode was 1985 of the.
Nah, I was
Care Bears
minus
series.
10. Oh, yeah.
Alright. We are gonna do. I'm gonna blast. I'm gonna blast.
You're gonna blast?
a big hydraulic torrent of water straight smashing
Aye,
through all
aye, aye.
of them.
Huge amount of water. The sand gets pushed out the way. The boulder flies off, ruining the difficult terrain. No, I mean, each creature,
creature
unattended
species.
object no, each object automatically fails. Battering creatures and unattended objects in its path and partially pushing them away from you, Jacko. Object
Hey,
automatically
This
fails.
is a boulder.
What if
What
if
the
Nate-
fuck? You know, boulder isn't an object.
what if Nate is being very attentive?
No, I'm sorry.
The boulder
This is
and-
not away the boulder, guys. I'm sorry, guys. It's like the dam is burst, the water's getting blown off the sand.
They're running in anyway all the time.
I use my reaction to.
Attack Johnny. Not my boulder! Not my precious
What
boulder!
is that roll?
86
Christ.
25? That's not average, or?
Actually, not that bad.
I mean, it's 4 3s and no 6s.
I will say we have 4
Great.
failures,
Ooh.
so they all take the 25.
Nice.
The one in front of you get is blown. What happens if you fail? Fail knocked 5 foot back. So the whole line basically just moves 5 foot back.
Conga line backwards.
The body's now like lying on top. I will say the sand is still, it's still like sandy down there, but the rock did just normal. It's still normal difficult terrain, but the rock kind of gets pushed back 5 feet as well.
Well, because of the creatures also there, so that makes it great difficult terrain again.
What he told you. Nice stuff though. Nice stuff.
That's,
That's your
oh
turn.
yeah, no,
Is it what
I can do. I'll give guidance to. I'll take
Your little water elemental looks very happy about the the water. It's just like woo! Also like
Yeah,
getting
it's,
water on
it's,
the
it's like also I do the big thing. Like he adds a little bit of like.
yeah, he's not throwing
Roll
like
thing.
yeah.
Oh, he's helping.
He's helping. Alright, nice.
Yep, that's
That's your turn. This one down here, the ugly one. Oh, you should have done something for that, Tom, shouldn't you? Should have given me like a fortune save. Give me the fortune save, Tom. You can see enough of his head poking around the corner.
nice. I'll stick with it.
Okay, that's actually the DC, so you pass. Jacko was just
Son
one
of
off.
a bitch.
Jacko was like, you better fail with this motherfucker.
Johnny
Okay.
May.
This one runs in, trying to avenge the water blast, and tries to bite at this source of water, wanting to get a little bit of fresh drink. So runs in. Oh, but critically misses! Tries once more. Oh, and misses again! No, you just stand there strong. Crystal, your turn.
Can't hit me, bitch.
Okay, I will push past people striding over here while moving. I'll lower the visor on my helmet, and I'll.
Ooh.
Can I? Wait, I think I have enough movements. Then, yeah. I'll just stand on this creature.
Yeah, you
And
climb on top of it.
It's a laser time, boys. I'll shoot the 15-foot line. Scroll. Oh my god. It's stuck.
Stuck? It's stuck. The laser, the visor won't go down. No.
There we go, bam. For 2d6, it's a DC 18 basic reflex save.
It's 18, but so easy.
Yeah, this doesn't scale very well, I'm just now realizing.
Nah, I mean, it always gives you +1 size bonus AC, huh? Are you remembering to tell me when it is about that?
I'm gonna throw evil. Do you guys think evil? Those were animals.
Maybe you should be getting it against these guys.
Hasn't come up yet, right? So it's fine.
Sure, it hasn't come up yet. So it's DC 18.
18.
We have 3 successes. So they all take 3 damage.
So they all
Nice. Nice. They all... You'll just stand there like, haha, laser beam, trying to navigate the torrent of water. But it doesn't seem quite so effective. Nate.
Cold damage? Or what kind of damage is it?
Cold damage indeed.
Cold or
yes.
fire as such.
But
So
you should-
they're all wet. I think that means that they should get,
But-
more
They
cold.
freeze.
So go with
Yeah.
maybe for more damage than 3. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if it did like a lot of Nate.
Can we delete the other guy that's sitting
Oh,
on top
sure,
of Crixel?
Yeah, because that's already different train anyway from the
Yep.
the standstill. Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
the one
sorry,
that was the one
guys.
that was bleeding, right? So he dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
So they'll get covered from Crixel, right?
Yeah, I mean this one up here,
And
like
the
it
wall.
also goes through the wall, so this is actually standard cover.
You can kill this one.
This one, yeah, this one's pretty good.
I'm holding the line.
He unharmed.
Dude, would you imagine if you had like a piercing strike where you like stab through
I
three
mean,
people at a
I
time?
can't move here, right?
What's that? You can
I
stand. Oh no, yeah, you can stand there. I would say it's like difficult terrain also for this like, you know, kind of rocky stuff. Nah, I can't say that. It's they don't mean to do that. No, that's just normal. So, you know, there's rocks everywhere. It's not that bad.
Okay, and then I'll target this one, then...
Okay. Oh, anti-move Johnny, I like it, this. I've got a plus
You got a
20
crit,
against this
right?
one. Ooh, maybe. No, but it's solid hits on the 6.
Uh,
You know?
Trying to kill this ugly son of a bitch.
yeah, just
You
do
still have
that
an action?
again, I guess.
Okay. Stand
Yeah.
me. Ah, I never saw it. So,
Yeah, my turn.
your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, this one back
Come
here. Near death, but that never stopped him. Moves up here and tries to bite at you, Quixel.
Good thing you're not like sickened too or anything.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Hits you for 12 and tries to bite again, but misses on the second. Okay, and this one that's right in front of you, it tries to knock you to the ground with one of those strong arms of it. And a fletch against your reflex DC, right? I guess we're going for
23.
23, or they succeed, but you get knocked to the ground. Yeah, you know, it's just like you're trying to stand on the sand and it makes it hard for you to dodge out the way. And then tries to bite you twice as you lay on the ground, helpless. But misses once and misses twice. You roll quickly out the way. Out here, your turn. Oh, but as this round begins, you actually hear another howl coming from the entrance to the cave. But this one is louder and has like a more kind of guttural feel to it. You kind of feel even some of the caves start to shake. And like some of the other like no mutants kind of like, you know, look around you for like a split second before turning to focus you, and you see there's even more like sort of wild craziness in their eyes.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
Alrighty, I'll
Sea dogs.
attack the one next
it's the
to me.
alpha.
Goes,
There we go.
there we go.
Through the neck.
through the neck. Oh, and indeed through the neck it goes, slumps in a heap at your feet.
Okay, and now what? Because I can't. I can definitely get out there. Like I have the movement, but I don't want to be on the front line either. It'd be 1, 2. Yeah, like because. Do I have an item I can throw? How?
Because he wouldn't be able to reach me.
Oh, fair. I mean, you're
But I
barely
mean, I don't know.
injured.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because my problem is I can go from unharmed to dead in like 2 hits.
What's your
I
HP?
have no age. 71.
I mean, I'm 76.
Good point. You're
76.
bird bones. There's nothing to him.
Yeah.
No, what do I have? I'm trying to remember if I have. I guess I could do range, right? Like, 'cause I could do. Yeah, you know what? Okay. I will drop the sickle and then dagger, quick draw dagger, 2 strikes at this guy. So I gotta do that. So drop. I don't know why I'm saying retrieve. I have them both in my belt. Whatever. Draw. And now it's range -4. Make sure I target him. That would help.
Yeah, a little bit of cover from that, you know. So,
Yep. Doing the wrong one. I need to make sure to use the ranged one. Is there a way to choose? How do I know which is the range, which is the melee?
You want to use your dex, I guess?
Yeah, I guess I could see. Because they both show us the same general. Because I can use dex for melee attacks as well.
Oh,
Because
but
of
then nothing changes, right?
True.
normally attack for.
Eh, fuck it.
Ooh.
Do I re-roll or do I save that, knowing that some other shit's gonna be happening? I'll save it. I'll miss and then I'll do the -8 YOLO.
Maybe I shouldn't reroll the page. I put
Something appeared on
I
the.
put all into initiative. He might actually how would have been here about. Oh, I mean, he's with the leg.
No, that was a story, right? Arriving and howling.
Sure.
And then I'll consider the daggers dropped. So I throw them both.
No, it
That's
wasn't
my
Jack
turn.
Boom, so. Okay. Yeah, you hear some movement and Crixel, I believe you've been to see it. It looks like whatever's coming through is a bit too big for this cave, so it basically is always difficult terrain for it. As it tries, to like its shoulders like kind of cramped, it's like clearly a large creature, not trying to be in somewhere like this. So it can move up this far for normal. So basically strides into cave and you kind of, like here, and you kind of hear it sniffing, and then looks over and sees the commotion there, lets out another howl, and then starts to force its way in. But it is like difficult terrain for it, so it only ends up like here in its full turn. As it, oh no, it had the same blessed move, ignore 1 square, so it moves here. Yeah, so basically, it's like forcing its way through, like almost like, not quite squeezing, because it's not, that much smaller than it, but it's certainly not an easy fit. And the one back here is like kind of looks at it, and then like looks at you, Crixel, and stand there, and it starts running actually back in the other direction, like kind of away, away somewhere like deeper inside the cave. Johnny, your turn. This one, Crixel, you see? You're not sure. You saw it a little bit, right, when it was in the other position?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks, obviously it's much larger than the others, but from that, it's gigantic and ravenous, but also you're not sure if maybe it's like much. These ones have been attacking with like the teeth, they don't seem to have any weapons. This one has like, a quite big like axe in one hand, and you actually see on its back, it even has a longbow, like a giant fucking longbow. So it seems also probably somewhat, maybe not intelligent is a strong word, but at least, has some more smarts about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never the best. I will do a little spout of water at the near death one.
Yeah, definitely nice.
Blammo! Fail.
Fail.
Hmm.
13. Oh, plenty of damage. Plenty damage.
Ooh, easy, easy.
Smashes into the body. Pulverized.
Guidance to the last person who received the temperature recall.
What about Cook?
It's not even initiative.
Cook's going to need delaying because he's really needed.
Perfect.
Okay, I will stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will strike back. Definitely alpha. Weapons as well. Scary. And then try to get rid of some of my second condition.
Okay. Give me a full check.
What is it?
Mm-hmm. Until second, it's a failure.
Ow.
Oh, indeed. Do I reroll this? Fuck it. Yeah, I'll reroll.
Second is well,
Well,
yeah.
it's an action. Yeah, it's... Then reroll using hero points.
Okay. You lose one at a second.
Huge.
Neat. Your turn. You hear this lumbering creature coming towards you.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just try to dispatch the one I can see.
Yeah. Focus on the enemy in front of you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Stab it straight through the heart. Holy shit! And yeah, it just flies. Stabbed. You
Fly
push it
off.
off. Shove it over somewhere. I don't know.
It goes Bethesda death animation, just flies through the air.
Exactly. The amount of force behind that strike.
Ragdoll.
I love that.
I mean, if I move here, just for the rolls. I mean, I don't have anything better to do. I'll just shout
Careful.
back. Be ready for the big one or something.
It's big.
And then I
Maybe move back
How
further.
big? How big, bro?
I like Nate there.
yeah. Stand behind me. Yeah.
Okay.
And my turn.
Out there.
I will delay.
New body, so careless.
It just positions itself over there and starts shooting us with the longbow.
It's possible.
Not at the beginning, at least. Okay, so this is all basically difficult terrain. So it's very hard for it to make its way through here. So it uses 2 actions to basically position itself, pulls its way through, and it does end up stepping here. So it does provoke from you, Nate, as it gets really up into the entrance. It's just filling it now with the muscly flesh, trapped you like mice in a corner.
Yeah. I smell another crit coming.
Okay. Oh, I mean, that's critical in the name. That's critical in the name.
Try again.
Yeah.
But
And then it
third with that one.
brings the axe down upon your head, Nate.
Have you already reused your reroll that you got back from the last time you did in that one?
Oh no, I didn't.
I mean, yeah, feel free if you wish. It's up to you.
Yeah, I do
I
it.
just think
Do
we
the
should
roll
draw
one
first
again.
blood against it, you know?
Yeah.
You might knock it away, right?
Uh-huh.
That's a hit.
Nice.
14. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the axe comes down upon you.
It's a
Look
big
at that axe. Boom! Easy hit. Just smashes through you for 25 slashing damage.
Jesus.
A gaping wound appears on you.
Yeah. Made back up.
That's your turn.
Okay. So I know technically I don't think I can step right here because it's difficult terrain.
No, it is a difficult terrain. I should have done it earlier, but I didn't do it when I was moving other features. So
Well,
we're just saying.
I was
it's
gonna say
not
it doesn't matter because I have the thing where I can move half my speed and not provoke.
No, perfect anyway. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure which it was for the actions, but yeah, I will
No, you can step or do that, whichever you wish.
go forward and stabby stab.
Yes, step forward. Off guard now, of course, thanks to your gang up.
Mhm.
Yeah, even with off guard, but it's.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Slightly better?
That's a hit! That's a hit! That meets! Thanks to the flat-footed.
Alright, 19.
For the 90 damage. Nice, nice.
I mean, I could back up, but I'm pretty sure it could reach anyway, right? Like, does it look like its reaches?
I mean,
Typically,
yeah, its arms are pretty
precise-
long. Like, the
Yeah.
axe, is also quite big. You think it's probably quite likely.
Yeah. Go for the second.
No, okay, go for the second. Stay put.
Here we
Oh,
go.
a solid hit. Yeah, yeah, cutting it apart. Oh, those sneak attack dice. Very nice, very nice.
Very
Okay.
nice.
This Gnoll mutant is running away. I'll take him
I
off
was
the
about to
turn
click
order.
on end my turn. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, sorry, sir. I will not do it anymore. Johnny.
I will cast Tortoise in the Hair on this one,
Whoa.
Oh.
attempting to siphon away some of his speed and to give it to Nate.
Hey, his foresight
Oh.
pretty good, but
That's
I'll
real
give it a
mouth fight
check.
bullshit there.
Let's see. Their fort save.
Fail.
Critical success.
Not a fail.
If someone has reroll, you can make him reroll it.
It's true.
I will do
Pretty
it.
force save.
You will do it? Okay. I will reroll. Critical success.
Damn it!
I mean, yeah, I rolled a 16 and an 18.
Oh,
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, it looks so, can't get through. Maybe the skin is magically protected from the magic of your spells due to its constant exposure and about no ways. Who can say?
Who could say? Indeed.
Maybe I should roll better. Maybe I should roll better.
I'm just gonna go. Let's say.
It's like, someone else can take care of that. Crixil,
You
your
guys
turn.
got this.
Don't you have some healing for me?
You say as you strides back,
I will. I mean, I don't want to
Sorry,
say
I'm
I
kind of
told
in
you
the way
so.
of doing your thing.
Okay, we'll try to get rid of the last of my ickiness. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Back
Um,
at chicken 2.
Nothing happens, right? If you
no,
think good fail.
I don't think so at least.
I
Maybe
don't
I can
think so.
just try again. I will just shoot.
Well, that actually might be a thing if you fail a check. You
It's
can't
not
try
any
another
check,
one.
actually. It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It does, yeah, something. Not for signal. You take a shot?
Is
Nice. Oh, that is a hit.
or
Oh, nice damage. Nice damage.
Not even a crit. Damn.
Yeah.
So close.
It's pretty close.
then
Yeah.
do we want to go reload? I guess we just reload. I guess we just
Yeah.
reload.
Yeah, luckily, Drew doesn't seem to have any opportunities. You seem fine there in the back. Okay. Oh, Nate, sorry. Yes.
Nate, sorry,
Oops.
yeah.
Yeah. You just skip Nate, not important. Yeah, you stand there. It's a tough looking foe. Even for you, Nate.
Just straight back.
Strike.
Ooh, miss. It dodges out the way nimbly. Can't smash it through, so
Yeah.
past the pike out the way.
And then I'll use knockdown on it.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a hit.
okay, let's see. Oh, nice damage.
Mm-hmm.
And athletics check, let me find it.
It's against the reflex, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
To -5, 31. That's enough. Yeah, this giant creature, you managed to topple them off their feet. So you cut it away at their ankles. Very nice, very nice.
yeah, that's the turn.
Okay. They immediately try to scramble to their feet again. I'm very mad at you. Does provoke, of course.
Yeah.
ooh la la.
Oof, and a very solid hit again. Yeah, you're cutting them down.
Nice.
They seem very annoyed about this, however. And then go for a another slash with the battle axe against you. Hits for 25.
We can handle hits. It's the
Slashing
crits
damage?
that we're afraid
Yeah,
of.
no, it's
Yeah.
okay. And then seeing you close to falling, slashes once more. And hits again
Message.
as you
I'm
fall
down
to the
again.
ground. 17 damage, yes. Pipe, going tumbling from your grip. Unconscious, no, you're dying, friend. You have to give yourself, -5.
Yeah, let's just find this stuff.
Unconscious, you wish. I would say you see Nate fall.
Icons
next to you.
different? Some icons seem different.
What's that?
Some icons seem different.
Oh yeah, they did some. There's an update to the character sheet, some of it looks really funky. I'll say your turn. Nate's
Well,
falls
fuck.
by your
My,
side.
my buddy.
Yeah, the thing no longer seems to be distracted by him and focus his attention all on you.
We haven't seen an attack of opportunity yet, right?
No, you saw Crick still do some loading and shooting back there.
Oh, right. I forget that the reload does that. Okay. Then what I will do is
The shot also does
from the belt, I pull out the emergency heal pot.
that. Okay, you have to
Yeah.
drop one of your weapons, I guess, right? Or sheath.
I already have one open because I threw my daggers, so I have a free hand.
After you had the Vapier and the
Nate up.
Spittle.
I dropped the sickle
you
a couple
dropped the
rounds
sickle.
back.
Oh, sorry. Oh, alright. I think I missed all the dice.
It's technically in this square.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you grab the potion and you feed it tonight.
Where is
So that's one action. Pull out, one action to feed.
I just remember where it is on my character sheet.
Sure.
To just make him threatening again.
Yeah, hit him. 2 actions to get that 1 action attack.
I know we all
That's
had them,
pretty
but
good,
I'm
that's good.
suddenly not seeing it.
Uh-oh.
Apparently, I don't do that. If I don't have one,
Hmm.
I know for a fact we all had some, but they're.
Could
maybe NFTs
you have used it in the fight with the elementals? Like when we had all the.
You only used some stuff.
I remember there was some healing
Oh,
potions.
yeah,
I don't
because
have any anymore.
Coop got me up, and I used
Yeah.
the potion to get someone else. Up.
Yeah,
Oh, so yeah,
yeah.
I don't have it.
Okay, so yeah, you
Oh,
like. so you just-
I have one.
Okay, so you see one in belts. You could grab one from his
Okay,
belt
okay,
instead.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'll do that and feed it to him. So that's 2 actions, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And what kind are they, Nate? Are you normal healing potions? Elixir
So
life.
Elixir Life Lesser.
And you have 1, or
Yeah.
okay, so you grab the 1
that's
potion
good.
and
Yep.
13 healing. Oh, nice, pretty
Nice.
basic.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so 2 actions and they do you.
So you're back to 13 HP.
I know how that works in Battlefield 3. You always throw that healing potion. At least you didn't throw
And
it
that's
before you
great,
missed.
because that means he still qualifies for gang up.
Exactly. Now the guy's like,
Yeah.
he's kind of looks at him with his axe out, and you're like, aha, my time to shine.
You can grab your ankles, dude.
Ooh.
32 with
What's
gang
the
up,
hit?
is that?
Still
No?
just a hit on my face.
That's
But you get the nice
Yeah, yep,
flat
sneak
split
attack.
now. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, you've just been cutting me apart where he's been focused on trying to just kill Nate.
Alright, and that's my turn.
Johnny.
Johnny,
Let's
help him.
Let's give good old Nate a little bit of a heal there.
Actually, could you... I mean, it would... No, never mind. It would be worth it, because I'm unharmed. Crystal's barely injured. I was going to say you could do like a 3-action, but I think it would technically still
you
catch
know,
it, right?
Yeah.
30 feet is a lot, you know.
Yeah, so you use all.
But these guys are dead. There's no way they could get back up.
Oh, baby, they're not lethal attacks.
Okay, so...
Does the 30-foot
Like-
go through walls?
No.
So technically you could go to here and then do it. I'm joking.
Nah,
It's
no.
hard to do it
Because
with
then you couldn't do a
So much
3-action.
worth.
Yeah.
It's less healing.
Yeah, collection is just so good. Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Healing waters go through you, Nate.
Bam.
So that's 25.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
25 up.
Oh, and
Oh,
you need to
yeah.
move Nate's initiative, by the way.
He was already
Yeah.
going just before it, so it doesn't really matter. But I can move forward.
Oh, fair.
And I'm just gonna
Just
move
look
up.
so different.
Oh,
Yeah, assuming no one else is joining the battle, we're good.
Yes, yes.
If
Oh,
they
you
are,
move up there?
then I would request that you put, yeah.
Exactly. Quicksilver.
Is this worth 1d6 extra damage?
mean, yeah, because it could be 2d6 with a crit, right?
Yeah, it could be, but also I'm gonna do a little friendly fire, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
What? I'm
Is
Is there a
Alright.
reflex save involved? Because if so, like, I don't care.
No,
but...
it's only,
Wait,
it's
wait,
only
wait.
one. It's only one damage. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'll do a 3-action spell sling to
Ooh.
put some of the goop in the barrel of the gun.
You make it sound so magical. Put some of the goop in the barrel of the gun. Ah, yes, magical work.
Put some of the glowing goop in the barrel.
Ah,
Yeah,
you're
rub it real nice, and then shoot it away.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
Here we go. Please, critical hits.
Oh my gosh.
my god!
Holy
go.
shit, beautiful. Okay, okay.
Trusted. So that is 44
Then plus an extra 2d6, I guess, now?
plus
A d6 times 2.
Oh my god, plus an extra...
plus
an extra...
14.
No, the splash doesn't get damage though, right? So
Oh, yeah,
plus
that's
13.
right, yeah, so
Okay, so it takes an extra 13. I have one splash on the two of you. Holy shit. I was gonna
and
add
it
you...
takes one persistent acid. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, wait, no, it doesn't
I
matter.
think that's
Sorry,
gonna
sorry,
matter.
sorry. Amazing, amazing, yeah. The shot just like blows off part of its body, and the acid like seeps through the rest and lets out a loud howl. Nate, your turn.
Okay, so
You've crit so much.
Yeah, right. This is
so
really
good.
makes gunslinger a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a rub.
my,
Crit, you felt real
my
good.
favorite weapon.
We're high
then-
rollers.
I'll just try to hit the guy from the ground up.
So you have to grab your pike first, right? And then-
Yeah, so we did
Yeah.
that. You set up a stage flying down and tried to stab it through it,
Cool. Kill it.
and you kill it. My
That's it?
gosh,
Yeah,
can you?
yes, you
My
can.
gosh, you can.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you like, stab up from below, piercing through the
Yeah.
gut, and like comes out the other side, lets out a howl as it's impaled upon it, and then like writhes a little bit before going limp. You can now act out of initiative.
Apparently, Vlad the Impaler was impaling people through their anus, and then
Oh, that's what you want to do?
right?
It's very
Yeah,
hard
I've
from your
seen the
position
documentary
lying
on
down while he's
Very
on top of
difficult
you.
to do.
It's not the easiest shot, It's not the easiest
Yeah.
shot.
I mean, it was it wasn't a crit.
Not everything can be a crit.
Not everything can be crit, sadly.
Just
Very
a line.
nice, very nice. Yeah, when you were lying there, breath taken out of you, that was clearly a much tougher foe than the others.
Part of
Didn't
the
one
plan,
escape?
Nate. Smart.
So what, Josh?
Didn't one of them escape?
One of them is running, but they're like now so far away that like if something happens again, it'll be like on a new initiative and everything because like you've lost sight and like.
I was just debating hunting them down.
Sure, yeah, you can do that. Of course, I mean I'm still keeping track where they are roughly on time, but it's just we kind of more naturally.
Some
Yes, you kind of go out, kind of quickly see, yeah. I mean, it seems like Scarp are pretty fast away.
And you went up, right?
Yeah, it went up.
Yeah, fuck it. We go.
No
Yeah,
need.
you sort of. Yeah, you do like no need, but he's over out there, kind of hitting his way.
Mm-hmm. You don't leave a pack animal.
Oh, and yes, as you go there, you see something kind of like slinking
Ah.
away now, trying to be like a little quiet. I guess just the two of you will now roll initiative.
Okay. Can I roll with stealth? Probably not.
No, you've been like
Kinda going full
seeking him
speed.
out. Yeah,
That's
he's
fair.
rolling. He's rolling with stuff.
Asshole.
Who's trying to hide you? Hunting its poor no.
I did
Oh
a
my God,
perception
it's
check,
so
but it's
good.
the same.
Oh, okay.
Oops, my bad.
Not following, but I'm just gonna
Get in there.
see what's happening.
Yeah, so I can roll for you, and then you roll a 26, update. Okay, so technically, so he kind of sees you like a little bit before, like he reacts a little bit, kind of.
Yeah.
You spot him just thinking, and he's like, starts to speed up a little bit, starts running faster.
Okay.
People as habits.
Your turn.
Okay. God, my movement's like ridiculous, right? It's 45.
Oh my gosh, 45 really should.
Yep.
Chris would be running up with the camera on his shoulders, you know, like the main cameraman keeping up with Usain Bolt. Look, how does he do it?
I'm like I do.
I'm sure. Wait. Like you're just like free roaming it. Crixel.
Yeah, he's not really there. He's back at the
I know.
beginning. As you run past, you did see something down the other corridor,
Oh,
actually.
okay.
It stopped stealthing, so you would have been able to see it.
Right now.
Yeah.
In this left column.
Yeah, in this left one.
Okay. Oh shit. I have a little bit left, so I'll just go to like. I guess no, it still has some.
Still have an action man as well.
Yeah, my last action.
Sprinting after it.
Yeah, we go to.
Okay.
One to the right. One to the right. Sorry. I mean, it's kind of in between. My bad.
Okay, yeah, it kind of looks back and sees you like Terminator running like so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And it's like, then it like runs back and it tries to fucking maul you a bit. It's
Okay.
like, maybe I can take him out and then run. Jaw strike?
I
Hits?
will reaction.
Oh, okay. Still hits.
Okay.
For...
Figured.
but only for 10 damage. And tries to do another bite. It critically misses. You just dodge easily out the way. Now it's your
Okay.
turn. Standing there, blood pouring out of it already. That's why you need to follow partly because of it.
Yeah. So I won't worry about the sneaky stuff. as much.
Oh!
Oh my god. Maybe I should have. Second attack.
You faint or something? I don't know.
I could have fainted, but I would have wanted to do it on the front.
That's
Okay,
a
so
hit.
23. Okay.
Yes,
14?
exact damage. You pierce it. Well, not attacking it through the neck, but not sneak attacking it. That has to be for the neck only. But you
Yeah.
pierce it in the side, you know, with one of the previous wounds, and it
Kidney
falls
shot.
over. Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like snuffling about. And now we can act out with this initiative as well.
Nice.
Yeah, the other you would, just start to look around and barely, figure out, if it was all safe, and you're out there just sprinting down the corridor. Storm
By the
is
way, as
still
I come
blazing
back
outside.
through here, yeah, it's still crazy. Do I hear or see anything out there?
Give me a perception.
Okay.
And you still, hear the lightning occasionally, and the heavy rain. But you, no, but you spend a few seconds, you're searching out, trying to see if you see anything. You don't see any creatures in that visible from the cave entrance.
Okay. Head back into our little hide hole.
Mm-hmm. Get back in there, surrounded by the bodies.
Yep.
Perhaps climb over the hulking thing.
Apparently,
As we go.
Nate disappeared.
Nate,
Mm-hmm.
he's up there. He was up there. You walked past him.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, sorry. I was
Okay.
checking the dice stats.
Yeah. Maybe to help Nate move the big ass body into this corner or something. Drag him back. Move him out of the way.
Sure. Yeah, there's a little bit of time. You spend a couple of minutes doing that. It's very, very heavy, but also you can drag him out the way a little bit. I mean, his axe actually seemed a little shiny if you wanted to take a look.
Yeah, it wasn't the
Yeah.
best fight either.
But there's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot.
I don't bother mystifying fucking fundamental. It's too much effort.
True.
There, you guys have seen hundreds of those before, seen them everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, should I take it? Or someone
I
else?
mean, it's the worst case we could sell, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Damn, I'm no income.
The ground and shoot jacks are like, man, that shit's heavy. Man, that fucking shit is heavy. I mean, yeah, it was a really heavy, battle axe. It's like a large. It's like for a large thing, a person. It's. I mean, it's too broke. It's not insane, but still for an axe, it's very heavy.
Yeah, I would also be encumbered.
Someone feel like carrying this thing around? It's kind of weighing me down, to be honest.
I'd love to help you, bro, but looks way too
How
heavy.
heavy is it?
Yeah.
That would put me well over the limit.
Yeah.
Hard strike through desert.
Why the hell is waterproof journal 1 bulk?
Encumbered.
That's probably something you made or chose.
Yeah, I think that's what you use, isn't it, to keep your journal, your diary, your captain's log.
Oh, that's probably not
No.
one block though.
No, I don't think so. I think we got these from someone somewhere.
Oh, maybe this was the one that you got from the from the Geomancer, which had all like his notes and his maps of like the surrounding.
Yeah. I think that's the one.
Yeah, I mean it is one book, but like it's like properly kept with like a lock and everything. I mean it's like it's kept so it should be waterproof. I know you guys and all your unwaterproof shit, which we should be nice about. Maybe go in the water
Yeah.
and it's like it's fine, guys.
So,
It's fine.
is it possible
Good.
to
Look at Pathfinder Chronicle Jacket. That doesn't look very waterproof to me.
It's
inventory?
in my firearm
trade?
carrying case as well.
I was wondering if I could carry the one bulk thing, because that would put me at 5
Which one
bulk
bulk thing?
7L, and I'm encumbered at 5. Is that over or below the limit? I
That's
can't remember how
over.
it judges that.
That's over. Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Because basically you can be at 4.9
Exactly,
or whatever,
yeah.
right?
And then as soon as it's 5.2 or whatever,
Yeah.
it's over.
So yeah, nope, I can't even take
So you're
the
like,
bulk.
man, that axe. Heavy. Jesus, bro.
Dad axe. Does anyone have not even a single bulk they can carry?
Everyone's suddenly on the edge.
I can.
I mean, I'd be
carry one
encumbered.
bulk.
I mean, I could carry one bulk. Yeah, I'd be
So,
encumbered in 1.7 bulk.
Okay, so one of them could carry the journal, the waterproof journal.
I mean,
and
to
then
be
would you
honest,
able to carry it?
to be honest, I'm encumbered already. I didn't notice.
I'm sure you took off your backpack or some shit, while you were fighting. I'm sure, just laid one of these things at the ground. I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, full plate's fucking heavy, huh? When it's like full bulk by itself,
Sheath.
Okay, I put the journal in my backpack, and now I'm.
Yeah, then you're not. Yeah, exactly. You gotta put some stuff in your backpack, man.
Yeah.
Wait, I also have a backpack.
You could also get big old fish hook in there if you want. That might make it way less. No, maybe you've already got too much in the backpack, so it won't work.
Got more missions in there.
Everyone's like, I guess I should be using my backpack.
Yeah, why the fuck do I have stuff like just around when they could back?
And you can put it in the backpack. He's right. Why would you just have stuff around? Look at it. You got 2 staffs in each hand. I see you right there. Stuff of and stuff of water, one in each hand. Hello.
No, it doesn't have in hand. Okay.
That works.
Sheet froze to hell and back. Very frozen. What the fuck? Okay, what's happening? Okay, very. That last. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you spend a couple minutes, figuring out who can captain this. It's a little bit heavy. As you're doing that, you hear a noise, all of you, coming from outside. It's the sound of it, I guess. In our world, we know what this sound is like, but in this world, perhaps you haven't heard something like this. We would think of it almost as the sound of like a voice over a loudspeaker.
Oh.
Like, for instance, there are spells like Bullhorn, which do like a similar effect, but that doesn't really get like the staticky kind of bit, which this actually has, like you would actually have from a loudspeaker. Like where the voice, it isn't quite clear and distinguishable.
Maybe a voice from like an automaton or something, like tinny.
Yeah, maybe an automaton using the Bullhorn, the cantrip. That'd be perfect. But you hear a voice coming from outside the cave, which basically was like, "Any survivors in there?"
We are. Who's that?
Can be.
It's like loud.
Definitely not
like,
the dog creatures. Should just check it out.
I'll sneak my way forward.
Yeah.
Can I get some more heal, please?
Am I seeing anything as I slowly?
Oh, yeah.
move forward?
No, you don't see anything.
How much time did we have? Like, as he was chased now.
Oh, he chased it fast, like 20 seconds.
Let's come back. Okay, so
It was
sounds
basically
like,
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4 rounds.
okay, let's see
total.
what's happening outside first.
Yeah.
Okay,
So when I go out to
uh,
like the main entrance, like nothing.
You still don't see anything.
Is it still stormy outside?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that.
Mm.
And the sound is definitely coming from outside, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shout back. We are alive and well armed.
Okay, give me a... Oh, man, it's quite... You have to show quite loud. Is there any check for maybe how loud you're shouting? There's always something, right? It's how loud you can shout. I like to think it's a... No, I don't feel how loud you can shout. I don't say intimidation. Maybe like just like a fortitude check or something. Like a fortitude save. You just
I
sound
mean,
like...
I don't know,
shouting?
because like some of the loudest screams
Yeah,
in the
maybe
world come
not.
from small, kind of tiny people.
Shouting lore, maybe?
Shouting Lord. You have Shouting Lord, Jacko. You have Shouting Lord?
Or
Give me
shout.
performance. Yeah, it's like singing. Shouting.
Yeah, okay, good.
Performance.
If you wanted it to sound good, blood curdling would also
Okay, it's not
do.
bad. It's not bad. No screen inspiration. Nice. Okay, I mean it's decently loud, so just seeing if it like super loud. Okay, so there is a. Oh shit! So what exactly did you say, Crystal?
We were alive and
Yes.
And well armed, did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Okay, you as you're standing in, and you're a bit near, and you're able to hear stuff more clearly. You hear like a thudding, sort of, maybe like almost like a stomping, almost like a large creature kind of sound. But you kind of standing here, you almost hear it coming from like above you. So you think it's maybe like almost like somewhere like up the side of the cliff or something. And as you're like kind of standing there, like watching all on edge, I guess, with the weapons out, you see I guess you don't see very clearly, but you're still like kind of inside the cave mouth. But you see like some sort of, I don't know how to describe this, lander, kind of like almost like some sort of construct, like very technological in nature. I have like a little picture I can show you. This is like what the best Midjourney could do. It's not exactly what I entailed in mind, but it's not that far off actually. Something like this.
Okay.
Okay.
An 80.
Star Wars.
Exactly. And yeah, this is like, you see this, like almost looks like it was like probably climbing, like the way you see it kind of climb off the side of the cliff and into the cave entrance. It probably was, almost like literally like just like climbing down the side of the cliff, like straight down the side. And yeah, you see like this little like speaker thing on the top, which you could see the sound come out of.
Spider!
And yeah, it kind of, I don't have like a token for anything, but it kind of like, rests itself at the entrance to the cave. It's probably like, as a thing, it's probably like huge in terms of the amount of space it covers, and like, the bit that's like, the kind of body of it is like, quite a large thing, but maybe not exactly huge in nature. And yeah, they kind of, it's like stays there for a few seconds, like at least directly in front of you before any more sound comes out of it, in case you wanted to do anything. In the immediate.
I'm raising my gun at it, but not doing.
You raise your gun?
Looking at the others.
What was you say? Does it appear to have any kind of weaponry besides it being big and legs and?
No, there's no cannons or anything fired you can see. And yeah, as you raise the gun, you hear a voice coming through. It's like, "Oh, more weapons!"
I'll lower my weapon.
What manner of contraption are you?
What question are you? Okay. You kind of, you say like, what manner of contraption are you, blah, blah, blah. And as you say that, there's like basically, just the, I don't know what to call it, like the legs kind of like lower themselves a bit. And then, like, like it kind of like almost like squats on the ground, so now maybe it's, just a few feet off the ground. Maybe it's the max height was like, maybe 15. And like, there's like a little kind of like hatch kind of like pops open in like the kind of underside belly. And, a little like almost like a ladder kind of comes down just like a few feet, so just up, and you see somebody like start climbing down and like kind of turns to
The
face.
spider has eaten someone.
I think that's it.
You don't think that's it? And I will show you now what this person looks like.
I guess it's like a boat with a.
Why is it my first Midjourney make it look so hot though, right? It's crazy, huh?
Wow.
Looks like my Nate's son. Would look
Is it what Midjourney makes people look? What do you mean? That's what I mean. Yeah, maybe. You got the same hair, like mustache beard combo. Yeah, so he kind of sits with him, kind of dust of his hands. You see, he's kind of like standing almost underneath like the body of this thing, like using it, shelter from like the rain.
Definitely human, right? Like.
Yeah. At least maybe traces of stuff in the background, but certainly human is the main.
Yeah.
And yeah, he looks a bit confused, and he's like, "The hell are you doing out here? Pretty far from." He kind of looks at you. Your home?
Don't you know it? Farther than you know. No, we are. We're traveling. We're heading towards the gunworks, but the storm hit. We took shelter.
He kind of like looks at like the covered in blood, like the kind of ooze on the gore of all the Gnolls coming off. He was like, I heard the howling from where I was, and so I'd come investigate. There was a lot of them.
Yes. No worries. They're But they've all been taken care of. But
All right.
messy lots for sure.
Well, glad to hear it. He looks like
But-
a little sweat.
and I just kinda, like, gesture towards like the storm brewing out there. Like, are you sure it's safe to be out there in that storm?
Yeah, sure. Wouldn't be safe for you, but this bad boy, I'll be alright. He kind of knocks on the side of it. You hear like the kind of echo, around in like the
That
space.
hold so many.
This about can hold so many people susceptible to magic storms. He's like, but it'll be over. He kind of looks over. Should be over in a couple of hours, though, I reckon. Like, what? Kind of frowns. You're on your way from Gunworks?
No,
Where from?
to the gunworks.
Oh. Kind of frowns. From kind of gestures back to the direction of the mountains. There's not much place in that direction.
Yeah. I mean, if you believe it, we actually came through the Moengi Expanse, upriver, and then we've now traveled through.
Very sad.
Quite a
Never
journey.
ended.
He kind of
We're on an expedition of sorts.
Kind of looks at you a bit, and he's so big for and he starts, like walking towards you, just about getting closer. You kind of shine a bit. You see, like, as he walks, there's some kind of like steps in front, like on top, like around him at the same time, like still providing like this kind of shield from the rain.
Actually, provide the shitty map I've been drawing of like our route so far. Like, just like
He's like,
unfold it and like put it in front of
Look at my picture. Like, shows up a children's drawing.
like you make out like
Yeah. So he kind of, like
trees
steps
and,
inside of the cave shelter, and takes like a look at it, and it's like, oh, well. I reckon I should probably introduce myself then. And he kind of offers a hand to shake. And he's like, Emmett Ironwood. I think perhaps we were destined to meet her.
Good to meet you, Emmett. I'm Altair, Nate, Crixel, and Johnny.
Hey, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Cooper's
Sure.
like, what's
Oh,
up?
and this is Cooper. Sorry.
Hey, nice machine. Yeah.
/ Ben, or what is Ben?
No, Cooper.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Cooper.
I know.
Cooper. Sorry, what you saying?
Who knew that Ben and Cooper were twins?
And he's like,
And why do you say we're destined to meet?
so this time, you all remembered that Emmett is the name actually of the person who was your contact you were given from. So he's like, well,
I don't say that then.
okay. He's like, yeah, unless there's some other people in a very similar. I was told to keep an eye out for some strange travelers, and it seems like
Yes, we are strange and we are
Peter
travelers.
wants. I mean, a bit.
I think we fit the bill.
No, that didn't. We've heard your name before, so it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Yeah, look, I ran into you out here. At least maybe I can give you some shelter, help you have a little bit of shelter, or take you. We can try to take you back to Gunbooks and Morpheus.
That would be the most
That would
pleasant.
be- Yes.
Much better than 2.
Or more.
Sure, I will. Kind of, you can go inside. Inside her, and he kind of like gestures up to her, but it would be a bit of a tight squeeze with all of us. Maybe we can wait till the storm runs over and just go the slow way.
That works for us.
Great. He kind of, she kind of kind of sits down like at the entrance, almost like blocking out some of the wind and some of the sound of the storm.
Yeah.
He's like,
Hey, we can probably go a little bit further in then, since we're
yeah,
sitting around.
exactly.
So.
Yeah, I don't have a token for him, but he joins you.
So the spider
He's now
is-
taking over the Ben token.
Everyone takes turns with the Ben token.
Yeah.
Whoa, poor Ben.
The spider
Okay.
is a vehicle, not alive.
Oh yeah, not alive. That's for sure. She does a good
How'd you
job.
come up
but,
with that? Did you find it, or did you make it?
No, I made it. I was, it helps in my line of work. So, I needed something to help me traverse the mountains around here easily enough, and she's a mighty good climber.
So
And you say
you
the storms don't affect you while you're inside.
He's like, no, it's a bit of a secret of mine. And I says, but, there's some special, I don't know how much of an engineer you are, but there's some special sky metals around the place, and if you're smart enough, it's possible to make something which resists the storms to a decent degree, at least.
That is
Well,
quite an
no,
impressive feat.
I have to give her a checkup every once in a while, but she keeps the rust off not too badly.
So you make things, not a trader. I thought we would meet a trader.
He kind of gives you a look up and down. Like, maybe more of a fine and exotic goods trader, where it helps to have such a flexible vehicle.
You journey yourself. Good.
I dabble, I suppose you could say. I have, helped move some goods over various crossing points. I suppose we could put it that way. But I don't travel much outside the Manoways, really. I just needed some sort of vehicle to, you'd be amazed how well you can corner a market if you're the only one who can travel in these storms.
That makes more sense.
Exactly.
Been here one day.
No, I mean, if
Oh,
what I
that's
heard
interesting.
from Wright, and you are the ones he at least wrote to me about, a damn sight more travel than me. So you're the ones? It's been. He kind of thinks back and looks at it and goes, I don't know. Since he's wrote me that letter to at least keep an eye out for people, I mean, blimey, that was almost 3 months ago.
Pretty fast.
Not long.
I mean, maybe not long in the grand scheme of things, no, but I guess my, business changed quickly. He also told me, to be optimistic, but also, he kind of well, it's a tough journey, is all he was saying. But
Yeah, that it was.
well done. I mean, if you did it, I'm sure we'll have a wonderful business opportunity in front of us.
Yeah, so what do we do now? Where after meeting you, what's our next step?
We
Behind
can
the scenes.
describe journey.
Yeah,
What we found.
you showed me that map, so it seemed pretty good. I mean, at least from what Wright said to me is, he said a team of adventurers would be creating a way to have safe passage through the jungle, and then I can, have my good importing business here through the Manoways to the entrance to the Morangi, and then from there he would set up a team to bring it the rest of the way.
Okay.
It's not without its challenges. I mean, we made it through, but there
Yes.
were some potential worrying signs, at least along some of the river. Like maybe an old ancient cult or, a tribe that controls waterfall, that type of stuff. But those are, merely obstacles.
Magic, swamp horses. Safe is relative.
Yes.
Sorry, just out of game right, some stuff. Sorry, but I had much of it. Okay, I mean, well, if the route is secure and you can share with me the details, we can make a copy for you to bring back to the captain. I mean, it sounds like your job is basically done.
Okay.
I mean, sure. I mean, you're welcome to come to Gunworks and spend, some days there to calm down. It must be not an easy travel, but so maybe at least you could do with a rest.
That
Yeah,
does sound nice
agreed.
after so many days on a ship or on just traveling through the mountains.
Great. Well then, yeah, should be an hour or two. Then we go. Yeah, looks around. I mean, I've got some supplies there. You had any lunch?
Yeah, I mean, got a lot of dried meat and shit, right? So
yeah, exactly. All right. So yeah, you eat some sort of you ask some further questions. He looks at the map in details, and you ask questions about certain points, like how smooth this looks like, what size of boat you think will better do it. He seems like even if it's not his, he's not much of a traveling stuff. He at least seems to know about the business fairly well, and shares a lot of details about it.
Yep, and the biggest things obviously we point out like the areas to avoid specifically are like, hey, like in this area where it's a little bit wider, avoid this side where there's this cult group. They seem to keep to themselves.
A jungle cult. Now that's what I've heard of at the Morangi, at least. Full of things like that, right?
Yeah. And then also like where the waterfall controlling villages,
Yeah,
to work out
exactly.
some form of
Yeah, something.
agreement
Yeah,
with them.
Like, can always find some way through discussions like that. Someone always wants something.
Yeah. And again,
One big tree.
I
Sure.
think they're very much open to it. The idea is that they are trying to avoid too much outside influence. So it's really more of if there are certain, goods, medicines that may be useful to them, they seem fairly open to such an agreement.
Yeah, sounds like easy enough people to work with. We dealt with words. And yeah, he, if of course, if you have any other questions you want to ask him, he is fairly receptive. But otherwise, a couple of hours.
How
pass.
old do we think he is? Or, I guess I'll just ask at some point.
Yeah, like how old are you? Yeah, he what did he say his exact age? Yeah, I don't see why not. He says, birthday, or my birthday, at least a bit foggy, but I think I'm probably around 28 to 30.
Damn.
Damn.
No, just impressive at such a young age.
Oh, trust me, in the mana race, you learn faster, you don't learn.
Speaking of mana waste, how often are these storms happening?
He's been like, the season's been pretty bad this year. I don't know if something's picking up or there's something in the air. I mean, we see maybe one every week or two, to be quite honest. Normally they're small affairs. This one's a bit bigger than some, but they're getting more often. Hopefully it might stabilize a little bit. I think it fluctuates in different periods of the wild magic. In a good year, maybe we'd see only, half dozen in the full year.
So if you time it well, no storm on the return trip.
Is there a way
Yeah.
to
Back in
is there a way to predict the storm or figure out
to
if
some degree, it's much like telling the weather.
Oh.
Often we have an idea, but sometimes surprises still happen. I knew this one was coming, but I didn't think it'd be such a big one, so I was still venturing out. But I probably wouldn't have left, to be honest, if I knew it was going to be as big as it was.
Speaking of big one, with cannon.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted to slide past it.
Okay.
Cannon in town. Does it fire?
In the gunworks, it can fire, but I haven't seen it being used.
Seen it?
I've seen a test
build
shot.
such a device? Like, what are you protecting against?
Oh, I mean, originally, it was from the Moangi. It was, designed to protect them from main threats. It's like, I don't know how much you know about the space, but there has been times in the past when there were attacks from there upon the Manoways. Like, he thinks, like, maybe even just... they raided successfully, maybe even, like, just 40, 50 years ago. There was a successful raid where they even got past the defenses.
Really? Like, the actual Moengi?
We kind of, I think technically they were led by the Gorilla King.
What do we know about the Gorilla King?
Give me a society check.
That one.
Because, like, I've read up on him, but I don't think my character
give me
probably knows that much about society.
Yeah.
The animal, right? Not gorilla, like tactic.
The animal gorilla. Like
Basically Kong. In this game.
kind of Kong, yeah. Right side. Okay, no, actually, you're not very familiar. Maybe you've heard like of a legend of like a gorilla king, but not even like maybe just like something dangerous, but
Monkey
nothing really
King.
beyond that.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, but he's like, I think there was an attack back then before they were dealt with, and the gun was to do that. Also, like giants attacking from the mountains, stuff like that. I've seen it only been testified in my lifetime, at least.
Jesus.
Never in real
So
defense.
more a show to prevent it.
Yeah, display of strength, I guess you could say.
Does it use special
How accurate
materials
is
or is
it?
it magic?
Sorry.
How does it fire? Wow.
I mean, he kind of gestures at your weapon. He's like, well, it's kind of like a normal firearm, and then he kind of looks at yours. Maybe not quite like yours, but you're familiar with the process at least. Yeah, more like that one. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty much outrage. It requires a huge round and more barrels of smoke powder than you can imagine. Realistically, I mean, from a pure, warfare standpoint, it definitely isn't as, efficient as just, arming the populace. But yeah, like your friend says, it's more of a show of strength. If you ever really need to blow a hole inside a mountain, I mean, you can't really do that with small firearms. But it's a.
I just don't like
small
reading
town.
anything about it. By the way, like the Great Mob Rovagug, like 81 inches
Oh,
in
yeah,
diameter,
it says, yeah.
range of 8 to 19 miles, firing 3-ton shells.
Oh,
Like fucking
That was a word,
ridiculous.
just forget it's a lot of fire.
Making a 60-foot crater on impact. Noted.
Pretty nice, pretty nice.
That 60-foot one could have been like an army.
Exactly, right? That's what you get. It could work. I mean, it does some stuff that you can't do with small arms. But it's an interesting side. Yeah, if we visit there, you have to have a look.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm doing it back. Sorry,
Okay.
I'll be back. Wait, what did you say, Jack?
Nothing.
Okay, copy.
That's what I thought, Jacko. Back to.
Oh, yeah. Is the stream still on?
Probably. Who knows? Jacko forgets about his stream. Silly streamer.
What are you saying, motherfucker?
No, nothing.
Yeah, we were just
No one said anything.
dancing naked while your guys were away. To get some more viewers on the stream.
You're dancing naked and I missed it?
Good that.
I see Timo called your character Einstein. I could see it.
What?
The picture of Nate. Kinda looks like
Oh,
it's,
in the fucking on the stream, I presume.
Yeah.
Understandable. Don't have it open. I only watch the non-D&D streams.
By the way,
Yeah.
Jacko's gonna, or anyone, I was gonna ask, any of you watch the One Piece Netflix live action?
I'm 4 episodes in.
3 episodes in and
No spoilers.
Yeah. Is it possible to spoil a show?
it's
pretty
it's
funny,
all
it's
just
like in-
you change a lot of things, right? From the.
I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They get a lot of like the big pieces, right? But they also have to do it at a scale that, like, the end of this season 1 is probably like 150 episodes or something of the anime in. Like it's
That's
so
pretty fast paced.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the
I
second
actually don't know if that's
episode
true
was
'cause I've
really
never
well
watched. I'll be honest. I went in expecting complete hot garbage and left
done.
truly enjoying it. It was fun.
Okay.
So
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely
what's-
not perfect,
I'm really
but like
liking it.
I had a smile on my face throughout. So props to
Cool.
them.
But you haven't watched the anime, so that's pretty interesting. Like a
Hmm?
viewpoint. If you're not familiar with One Piece, otherwise, but you still enjoy it.
I know enough about One Piece, right? Like the main characters and some of the
One
plot.
Piece is real.
I've had multiple friends try to talk me into it, and I'm like, fuck no, like never. It's
maybe,
too
right.
many goddamn episodes. Like I can barely get into episode like series when like, hey, it's only like 2 seasons, but they're all like 36 episodes long, and I'm like, fuck it, no,
But
it's
that's
too
on
much.
American network television.
I know. I don't watch TV. The closest I do is like the random series that pop up here and there while I still have a Disney Plus thing, or like Ahsoka, where it's gonna be like
You gotta
what,
do-
6 to 8 episodes or something like
Should do
that.
British television, where it's like, we have 3 seasons and with
Exactly.
like 9 episodes
And
in
they're all
total.
fucking so good, right?
Yeah. Well, that I mean,
Really?
I've watched a lot like of those, or the other ones, like Sherlock is a good example on the BBC, where each episode is like a small movie in length,
Yeah,
right? Like 125 minutes or something like that. Like it's ridiculously long episodes of TV.
It's just shame when you get to
Versus-
the later seasons and they start being like short bad movies.
I mean, true, but I just meant like in like versus the U.S. has this fascination with like 25, 20-minute episodes when you can factor in commercials and stuff, and let's just throw 1,000 episodes out there of this super short, low impact show instead, which I think is not great.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on the show, I guess.
All right, again, I think it can work for particularly like comedies can work pretty well there, but I think dramas really suffer from the shorter, like a 20 to 25-minute cap on time for an episode.
But aren't the most of the big drama stuff, don't they have longer episodes? Like
Yeah, most of them are probably in that 40, 45 minute
Or
range
you're
with
longer.
commercials and stuff.
Because
Yeah.
like the
And
HBO
nowadays,
system.
if they're on, if they're like streaming only, then you're looking at like an hour, or if you're HBO, then like 80 minutes for some reason.
Like Sopranos was the first one that really did that, I think, right? Or can't remember.
I can't remember either. It's been way too long.
I mean, what was something that was like Mr. Robot? I think was like
Yeah.
decently
Look
long.
at
And
shows
Yeah.
that
Good
are
actors.
majority made for streaming. I think
Yeah.
have adapted better to it. Right? It's when they were just a network show, particularly like old dramas from like the early 2000s, right?
The
yeah.
Where
only thing
streaming
is, like-
wasn't really a thing yet.
Like old television is geared towards like advertising breaks, right? But new television is geared towards like cliffhangers. And that's also kind of annoying
Yeah.
to me, whereas like every episode has to end on something exciting or dramatic.
Yeah, exactly. Like on
And you
some
just
big
get the
note.
cycle of like, this is a story
Yeah,
concept.
they both have their downsides for sure, but
Okay.
I lean towards the at least end on a big moment thing, even if it's
At
overplayed.
least it's in service of the
Then
story, so
Commercial breaks where like I have to have a small version of that every commercial break. Oh,
yeah. Dramatic look at the camera, like see you
Yeah,
in 5
like-
minutes.
wait, what? Dramatic turn and Pepsi commercial. You're like,
Make
fuck,
sense.
The fucking Walking Dead was so bad. But
seriously.
Okay. We ready? Yeah, you all. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you have a bit more chat. You ask some small. So did you want to ask anything else about the Gunboats?
no, no problem.
Okay. So you.
I might just ask like general questions about like. I'm assuming that they're merchants and places we could maybe potentially pick up.
Yeah, he says, yeah, it's
or
a
trade.
small place. I mean, it's mainly just the gun works. It's it's just a big workshop. I mean, there's the living quarter for those who work there, a bar or two, and yeah, I mean, a trade spot for people when they make the journeys back and forth between the towns.
I mean,
I don't think
it's
you're
also
ready to
called
do
gun
much.
work, so I assume that my our friend here, Crystal, could maybe pick up a new gun.
He says maybe, yeah. I will say, I mean, one of the interesting things about the mana base is they purposely, kind of artificially limit supply. They actually manufacture guns at a slower rate you can imagine. Keeping guns within Alkensard, one of the ways they make us one of the most heavily defended kingdoms in the four inner seas. But so sometimes it's a little difficult for strangers
One
to get access
gun to an
areas.
outsider who lives thousands
I'm
of
sure
miles
they
away.
could sell. They'll probably sell one, but maybe it would be more expensive than what I think.
I am proud of my guns. I need to hunt.
They're
It's not
lovely.
a simple
It's
process.
a bit unusual. I'll say I'm quite a bit of an inventor, I guess you could say, but I haven't seen one like that before.
I'm thinking of even a better one with scales, dragon scales. Kind of like start pouring out reagents, like maybe I can use blacksmith at Gunworks. Show them my craft.
Sure. He kind of looks at all the equipment. He's like, it's a bit of a. What are you exactly planning to do with this stuff?
These creatures, they have biology. That means they are dangerous. I can transform it with engineering, make them powerful.
Kind of frowns, kind of scratch his head for a second. Sounds a bit like, what was it called? That old method they used to do before they had real metal. Meat scanning, was that it?
Do not know. I'm young.
Sure, true. Just, I don't know, it's all that kind of archaic method of being left a bit by the wayside, but sure, if it works for you.
Oh, sorry, did he say Beast Gunner? Because I didn't.
Yeah, he said beast.
Oh, he did. Okay,
He
no,
did.
then I will say yes.
So what would you say then?
I'll say yes. Beast Gunner. I learned
Oh,
from Old
you-
World.
Huh? Oh, I didn't know anyone did that anymore. Sort of kind of being forgotten about, laid by the wayside, as it were.
Yes,
I mean,
I've
from
been
what
told
I can
that.
tell, you're not wrong. We just ran into a gentleman who was maybe one of the last practitioners who took on Kirksel almost as an apprentice.
Oh, well, I don't know you'll find many at the Gunworks who are able to help you with that, but at least maybe they might have some materials you could use.
Need Forge.
Need Forge. Okay, they definitely got one of those, although, yeah, might have to pay to use it. Right, he kind of looks at the cave entrance. It looks like it's beginning to clear up over there. We can, we can start to brave it.
By the way, before we leave here, do you have any extra storage space in your contraption?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean-
to use it as a
Uh,
transporter.
Did the Gnolls have anything else beside, or any of them
Nah, none of the other ones like
besides
anything
the
cool.
axe? Well, he had the bow. Is the bow
It
magical?
might lie and say they have
No,
shit on the
I-
inventory, like bows or so. Like it says all the other ones do, but if like ripped it off like an old creature, they didn't have bows.
What about like the big guy you said had a bow as well?
Big guy had a big giant bow,
A normal
like a large
bow.
bow.
Okay.
Like not magical.
Not magical, no, just a
Fuck it. I don't want to carry a big ass stick.
big ass big baby.
yeah. I mean, we found an axe that could be worth some gold. So
No, I mean, sure, if you want to load it up in there, I should have space
yeah,
for
yeah.
it. Okay. You're gonna go back and get it, and, like, have to. He's like, okay, yeah, that's a big axe. Should still just about have room.
Should have seen the no.
I guess it was in proportion. Well, let's hit the dirt. And he kind of, like starts, getting up and stretching, and then he said that as he goes and like sits inside the vehicle, and he's like, all right, if you just want to follow me, you just kind of.
Still raining.
Oh, it's it's gonna fill up any second now. He looks outside expectantly. He's like, any second, I'm sure it'll clean up. Right, oh, there we go. Look at that. You just got to be here a little bit, and you can tell when the season's changing. And then yeah, you start the walk towards the gunworks. Yeah, so he is inside like his little cabin, like, and in there is kind of piloting it. So technically, you are kind of left alone, just the two of you, and it is this was happening at the beginning of the day, and you were unfortunately like having spent a couple of hours there. So you think it's fully unlikely you will really get there tonight. It will probably be early in the next day when you will make your way there. But yeah, the rest of the day goes eventfully, and at the end, he kind of, he's almost like kind of leads the vehicle into like kind of like a cleft in the cliffs, and you see there's basically like a not a safe house, obviously, but yeah, there's some sort of camp that you think he'd probably use on previous occasions. So there's like the marking on the ground where there's like space for like a fire pit, and everything set up, and it's quite sheltered from the wind. And he usually kind of parks the vehicle in a corner and kind of gets out, and starts laying the fire already.
Okay. Yeah, I'll help with setup then.
Appreciate.
Before you found us, what were you doing? Searching for materials?
He kind of, give me a perception check. And also, he also and then he also asked you. He says, kind of diverse topic a little bit, or at least asked something else beforehand. And he's like, "From the Shackles, right? I mean, you wouldn't consider yourself pirates, would you?" People would say all the folk from down there are pirates.
Tried calling myself that. Crew doesn't approve. We are sailors.
Sure, sailors. Yeah, he seemed a bit shifty. You get the feeling like maybe what he was doing here was maybe a little under the table or something like that. The way he kind of then swiftly kind of asked about what he was experiencing with the law, and he's like, well, I guess I was
Doing some pirating.
yeah. All right. I mean, I'm sure you maybe got the impression earlier. I have a little bit of a business here that perhaps some people in the towns might disapprove of. So I have some, I guess you could say, drop zones, safe, secure locations where I keep some of my goods outside of prying eyes.
Yes.
Mm.
I
Important.
was on the way to visit one of them when I heard when I heard what's happening to you.
Yes, never know when treasures get stolen. Be safe.
Sorry, it's a fucking murped that giant mosquito. Fucking
I saw that.
chance, man.
Sunset erections.
Fucking insane. Yeah, exactly. It's always good to know where your stuff is. It's not that other people know where it is. But you've done a little bit of pirating, huh? It's just like you and him at this point, like setting up the fire.
I'll point at Nate.
He says it like a little bit under his voice, like you've done a little bit of pirating, huh? Kind of, just
Have
you.
we?
Raided ship. He, big pirate.
Anything-
In
Anything
When
the
he was young.
opposite.
Big pirate, huh?
shall
Can I
we?
give us a thing?
Shall be the pirates.
Alright, perhaps well, perhaps we'll see if there's anything fun we can do when we're in Gunblocks.
Could use
Can I
fun.
give you a wink? And yeah, he continues setting up the table for dinner. And yeah, you have a nice evening in case there's anything else anyone wishes to talk about or say. We can say, go smoothly. There's only kind of like small talk. There's a lot of discussion basically still about the route, right? Like we kind of gloss over it, but of course, it's like months of travel and there's a lot of technicalities and, discussions and, talks about the contract and the amount of goods that like thinking about moving through and yada, 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 yada.
It's kind of details.
Business details, you know how it be.
Mm.
And,
As far as healing goes, because my Nate is
sure.
quite hurt. We have enough time to get fully healed and shit.
Yeah, in the evening, you were kind of walking through the day trying to get there before it got too dark. But by the time
Okay.
you're settling down for the night, it is no problem.
Sweet.
Sweet
I
indeed.
like to hear the most.
Sweet.
While we're
indeed.
like cleaning up or whatever, or like we're getting ready for bed, I'll
Mm.
try and find a quiet moments with the rest of the crew.
Mhm.
And just say like, what do you call pirate on land again? In a while.
I
A bandit?
He might be bandit.
Hmm.
Say without judgment.
a scoundrel.
What makes you say that?
Mentions we were thinking of pirating. He said,
What? When was that?
I was thinking of pirating.
I mean,
Mentions
Let
Nate
me like
was big
straw hat
pirates.
pirates. I'm out.
me, a pirate.
Cat is out of bag.
What told you that? You shouldn't be making these things up,
Yes, of course. But he might think we are pirates and
Oh,
wanted
mean,
to do pirates.
I think
things.
that comes with where we come from. That there is a propensity to piracy.
Yes, thought I should
well.
inform that he is land pirate. Maybe.
Potentially, or at least, I guess maybe he's morally grey on piracy and such activities.
So are we?
I mean, technically speaking, isn't that expedition kinda,
I mean, that's
Something along
circumventing
these lines.
asshole slavers and their ridiculous laws. I have no.
Justification. Yes.
I mean, absolutely, but it's also one that I can justify and I feel okay about, right? I don't think, in general, the idea behind piracy is not something that we've done, right? In fact, we actually actively stopped pirates.
pirates also do smuggling. That you
Steal
could
from pirates.
technically-
Are we pirates?
Can you out-pirate the pirates? Good question.
Because then we are.
real deep. Now, again, I
maybe
think
we
that
are
we
just,
would be closer to Corsairs in that case.
I heard this phrase,
anti-pirate,
yes.
maybe.
Corsair better than pirates. Or Corsairs.
Potentially. Yeah. Again, because Corsairs, it's more like, lawfully neutral, rather than maybe, lawful nice.
Law is complicated.
Or maybe
Laws,
not
yeah.
lawful at all.
I mean, Corsairs tend to be fairly lawful, but we don't have to. Again, we can make our own decisions.
We want laws we want to, therefore we are lawful.
Make our own laws.
But that's like the whole
Don't be
idea of like
lawful.
lawful neutral, right? That's the whole thing behind it. Is like you have your code that you live by.
Sure. Yeah, you can see not lawful that way, yeah, for sure.
That's like Batman, right?
Exactly.
Rob all the pirates and take their loot.
Exactly.
The Robin Hood.
Out pirate the
approach.
pirates, but only pirate the pirates, not the other non-pirates.
Is pirate still a word? It's starting to make it feel like not a
Pirate
word.
is one word.
So,
Practice piracy by pirating the pirates.
so after we visit the town here and check it out, should we be returning back the Shackles to speak with the merchant to arrange this expedition, or
Yeah. Where was he again?
It was in
Port Peril?
Oh,
It's
that's
in
right. Yeah,
Port
Port
Barrel,
Barrel. Oh, good God, that's so fucking far away.
everything's full probably.
Also, should go to Shackles to go home. Not been there a long time.
True. By the time we
Or-
get back there, it will have been like more than half a year.
Cool.
Or
Most
should
Hopefully,
we,
still safe.
I would assume so.
or we could explore.
The DM
around
nuked
here.
it.
Sorry, explore what did you
Huh?
say?
Around the
Areas
mana
around
wastes,
here.
like up in Nex or Geb. Although, which one was it that had the zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, explore Gab. Explore Gab.
No, thank you.
There's some great locales.
Although I do miss our boat, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. We definitely have to go back through the Moingi Expanse to get the boat, regardless. Which is, I'm really not looking forward to. And not because I don't like sailing, just the river sailing kind of sucks.
River sailing, yes. But
Definitely not the
improvements to be
best.
The
made.
Cooper's like, I mean, the boat wasn't that big, guys. I mean, it's pretty small. We surely could buy a nice new boat.
I mean, we could, but there's also sentimental value there, Cooper.
Oh, there is? Oh, I didn't have any of that.
I mean,
mean,
we,
it's
the
half
leader
as
of our
far.
village did kind of give it to us.
Loan. Think.
Mostly loan, but
Holding
it's
it.
kind
Wow.
of give. I
Give
mean,
him a
she's
nice new boat.
Build new boat, yes.
a better one.
Exactly.
True. I mean, we
Yeah.
definitely are not on. We don't have that much money, but we have to go back regardless to let the merchant know.
We'll have
And
much
at
money.
that point,
because
yeah.
trade,
I mean,
yes?
right, we'll get the rest of our money
Yeah.
when we return, and then again, we'll be able to go back semi-frequently and get the residual payments.
can't they just bring the money to us?
Probably not. They could, but I doubt they would. Why would they
Maybe
be so
for a
burdened?
small fee.
Yeah.
Deliveries.
We also have loaded on some spices. Oh, we can try to.
True.
That's true. We should
Well,
definitely
some
take back
here.
a good number of spices.
If we take those back, we could probably sell them for quite the profit in Port Peril.
Don't trust Manaway spices. Might be mutated.
Oh, but the meringue hot peppers were delicious.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind going back to the shop at some point. It's kind of my home, but there's a lot of places to explore in the Volga.
True. I was wondering if somehow if we could have our ship transported. I'd love to actually kind of go back around, and maybe stop off at Absalom.
You could always pay a mercenary or somebody to sail the boat for you.
True.
Plan is to have the river sailed again, but who to trust?
You had a conversation with kind of Emmett, or like kind of away from him. I can tell at the beginning it sounded
I
kind
mean,
of
it
but then it kind of
out,
shifted,
it
right?
started out away, but I don't know.
But once,
maybe
yeah,
it's-
we passed on the whole piracy discussion, banditry. We
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
would've started looking back.
Okay, then, yeah, okay, so Emmett's kind of like the same people. I mean, well, you've at some point we're gonna have to set up someone who's transporting the goods, right? We have contacts here who Captain Wright knows. Obviously, we were planning to send people back and forth by boat.
True.
So he kind of shrugs. If you weren't
Now we
wanting to
just
take
have
it
to work
back,
out-
we would just arrange the first ship and the first shipment to be.
Now we just
Yeah,
have to
with
make
your boat.
arrangements for a boat rental for a nominal fee.
Well, see, like I guess so. I think compared to the price of the goods we're transporting, it would be quite a rounding error,
Like-
maybe.
Altair was obviously smiling while he
Oh,
said
okay.
that,
Oh,
like,
okay,
kind of
okay.
making a
Then he is
jest
there.
about-
I'm sure maybe you can swap it for the boat you're renting out here if you need one.
should tell truth, not big boat. Small cargo.
I mean, it couldn't be to get over the river. We thought it would be a small transport boat we were talking about.
like, how much bigger of a boat than the one we have do you think, now that we've sailed it, could one manage?
Could one manage? Like, could you guys, like, if you were on the oceans?
No. So, like,
no, like
the-
from the
Oh.
river.
compared to our boat, to float
Hmm.
the river up and down, how much bigger could it be than the boat we have?
Honestly, so like for slow long journeys on river, a lot of time you would use like a barge, right?
A
Or like
barge,
raft.
right.
And then it's a lot longer, so you would be able to carry a lot more goods. Like in terms of like
Sure.
a ship, you probably couldn't be. I mean, just the size, like
That's
yours
pretty much the
is
limit.
it's pretty much the limit. So it'd be more like it really depends. I mean, obviously, when you're talking about Captain White before, right, even a boat your size can hold like fucking hundreds of bulk in the hold technically, based on like
Yeah, that's
like the
right.
children weight. So like for taking like expensive like high level magic items from like other countries that would seem to say interest in transporting. Like that, even a boat your size. I mean, you're not having a fucking 100 feet long barge loaded with fucking 20th level, well, not 20th level, but 10th level magic items, right? Like that damage
Maybe
code
we
isn't
should be the
realistic.
person to transport as well.
Oh, maybe
Maybe
the
not
huge
around the
boat.
Port
The
Barrel,
boat oh man, the boatload of goods just goes missing. Now we're pirates, baby.
Danger of the turn trip, who knows?
Now we're pirates. There's insurance policies on all these boats, obviously. But yeah, so realistically, not much of a big like ship, but something that could carry a good amount of supplies. But yes, Emmett's like, I mean, yeah, if you wanted to travel a different way, I suppose we could arrange for the first shipment to take place as soon as we're back. I guess I can start talking with our mutual contacts.
You make a living here? For us corsairs, would there be much to see?
Corsairs? What's that mean? I'm not familiar with the boating lingo.
Pirates?
Oh, pirates, yes. He kind of shrugged.
But
Much for pirates to see? In the Manaways? I mean, it's an interesting place. I mean, Avatar is quite the sight, but if it's not city living you're in after, not much to see.
But back to the other question that you thought I was asking about, like, how big of a ship could we man?
Oh, yeah. That's what you meant, like, if we did get a different ship, I mean, what are the options, baby?
Bigger question.
Let me see. So technically, okay, so you have, one pilot and technically 3 or 4 if you include cook, and obviously you could have, multiple crew. So you could obviously, the big thing would be like, obviously you hire more crew, right? That obviously makes it much
That
better.
would be, I think, a key thing we have to do.
Exactly, right? Like for now, honestly, like the biggest side you can do is not much bigger than yours. Technically, you could get one. How big is yours? Yours is a greater soup. It's like 35 long, 15 wide. A cog is technically 45 feet long and 25 feet wide. So like an extra 10 feet in each directions. That requires 1 pilot and 4 crew. So you need to have basically like cook also like help me out in like the day in like the ship sailing. So then he would really have time to be an actual chef. And then when you move up onto that size, you get like bigger ships. Obviously, like if you are wanting to like way up there and get like if you're like pirate ship like sailing ship thing, that for instance is like a level 9 vehicle, and that requires like 1 pilot and 8 crew, and that's like 75 feet long, and that like is also like faster, and like obviously it can't turn very quickly. It's not that maneuverable, but that can also hold enough supplies to be on board basically indefinitely, right? It's a gargantuan boat. So there's a couple in between, but technically, like, I mean, and just in terms of if you roughly want to know the price of like a sailing ship is like 2,000 gold pieces.
It's
And then
nothing.
this, yeah, exactly. And then the size, the cost of like a hulk or a cog, which is in between, they range from like you could get like the cheapest one for like close to 500 gold, and then going up in size in a bit into more crew, it goes up to like about 1,000 gold. So you know, it is there's something for every bit of money range you want.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Cool, but yeah. So you have discussion. You know, you decide maybe it would make a fun decision when your income works, and you can decide exactly where you want to head onwards or not.
Look at the
But then
goals
you
around the board.
oh fuck! I didn't make one of those. I was like, they got it. They don't want to go back to the Fort at some point, right? I can't give you like 100 quests as you travel through one of the expansions. They just ignore them, and you're like, "Where's our new bounty board?"
We gotta buy the Mana Waste expansion pack, obviously.
The Man Waste expansion, yeah, exactly. But okay, but yes, you settle down for the evening and begin to rest. But yeah, and you have.
Oh, did I get
sweet.
or did I get a charge from the necklace from the big guy?
Oh shit, you did. Yes, my bad. I should try to call it out. But yeah, you did. You did. Of course. In the night, I'm just trying to figure out which one you would be.
Oh.
I think Nate. Nate, you have a dream,
Oh.
and in the dream, maybe you having some memory of like back when you were at home in Old Salt Reef, and you were seeing your family not before in the past. This is clearly quite in the past, and you are seeing it, you're enjoying it. It seems like you're really there, and this dream sort of shifts suddenly, and instead you see Hazi, the lizard folk who you met all those now many months ago, and you left to do his best in the troubles up north as you headed off to do your own work in the south, and you see him. He begins to talk to you, and it really now it's like it kind of like this dream. It was a sudden shift to this, and like as you see in the you focus on him, it seems very real to you. And he starts talking. He's like, Nate, you remember me, has he?
I do.
Yeah, he doesn't see it. At least you try to like say it, like maybe you say it, but the vision of him seems like kind of static, or at least it doesn't seem to be able to respond. So he kind of just keeps talking. It's like, I still near Old Salt Reef. We talk to you home, but need you back. Like me, other lizard. We find what happened to our home, what those things, who they work for. Need fight back. Need you. Need strength. Come back soon.
Oh, okay.
And then he
Oh,
kind of fades off into the dream, and you kind of like maybe start to awake a little bit.
Man, crazy dream. So where are we going?
Exactly. Like, crazy
Oh,
dreams,
Nate's a
crazy
little
dreams.
homesick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go completely. No, please ignore.
So the other guys are awake, or I guess not.
No. You kind of like start to awake, and then I guess one of you is on watch. Maybe. Let's say it happened. I have the watch order. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It happened like right when you started to see like advance. So Crixel is now on watch.
Oh,
No, you go second, Crixel. Johnny, you're like Johnny. Yeah, so Crixel's like keeping an eye out. You kind of like start to awake a little bit.
Oh, Crystal. This will sound weird, but I had a dream and then a vision of Hazi. You remember Hazi, right?
of course. Good lizard.
Yeah. He appeared
Strong.
in my dream and talked to me, and it seemed quite realistic. Like he was in my head somehow. And
You think it is like the dream we sent him? That magic?
Could be, yeah. Probably.
What did he say?
he was quite how to say that? He looked quite upset. I mean, sounded quite upset, and he mentioned that there's trouble again with the lizards, and that they figure out what started the trouble in the first place, and that we are needed uh, back in All Soul Reef, and that we should return with all haste we can muster. So I know,
I see.
but the dream really felt real. So I'm
As far as I can tell, he's speaking
kind of
honestly,
worried.
right?
Yeah.
What's that, Jacko?
As far as I can tell, like Nate's speaking honestly, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
so he
unless
is he
yeah, I
at
mean
Old Souls Reef? Is he?
yeah.
In
I
our
mean
town?
he's sad. So yeah.
Well, probably. I'm not awake. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless something else is sending the message, I don't really know how these things work, to be honest. So
Neither. Would ask Johnny, but he also doesn't know much about his magic.
yeah, I mean, unless someone can send a dream into my head,
Maybe,
pretending to be a Hazi, then
Would
I
need
know.
know much, but imposters could. But should return either way then. Did he
Yeah,
mention trouble in town itself? Or just the lizards?
just the lizards, but they are near the town, so if they're in trouble. Then, and yeah, he mentioned that our strength will be needed for a fight, or multiple
Well,
fights, or so
I think
I'd imagine that more lizards are attacking, or even something else. Maybe the other things that we met, the frog beings.
sounds risky, yes. Well, you decide for now if dream was real. If still real in the morning, we tell the others. Important for making decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should be going back. Maybe
Well,
just make sure to explore the town here, the Gunlords, and then return
maybe
as fast as we can.
can think on that for night.
Yeah, okay. I'll try to go back to sleep and
Yeah, you toss and turn a little bit, but eventually, you do long, tiring days of physical activity, especially today. So your body lets you sleep after a few minutes. And yeah, the rest of everyone's night uneventful, and everyone on watch has no problems, and the day passes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give Nate a look as we have breakfast.
Yeah, Boo's doing a great work with the questions.
I remember the dream, I'd imagine.
Yeah. It's very, you remember. It's striking.
Yeah, the dream is still quite clear in my head.
So you had a nighttime dream about Hazzy, did you? Okay.
Yeah, how did you know it was about Haz?
Did you have the same dream?
No, I did not.
So Johnny, you know more about these things than I do. How does it feel, the dream message that we sent? How would feel to be on the receiving end of such a message?
I mean, I'm not 100% sure, bro, but your experiences sounds about right, I believe.
Yeah, you can roll me a Technically, his dream message and spell is on every list except for Primal, so you're not an expert in that area.
Yeah,
but if
so
you
Oh,
I'm
want,
just
man,
like,
he
yeah,
doesn't
that
know shit.
sounds about right. Mm.
exactly, it does sound about right. But I'm saying, if you did want to see if you knew more, you could try like doing one of the other skill proficiencies, like religion or anything.
I'll chuck religion in.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, it's also a divine spell.
I'll throw out an occult. As
Nah,
well.
sure.
Yeah,
Okay, Johnny. Okay, Johnny, and also I mean, it sounds, like you're not familiar exactly with the spell, but it seems kind of as you would expect it to work. Like, it should appear in the target's dream, interrupting anything else, and, basically just pass on the message and that's it. Only like one-way communication as he describes. So it checks
So
out to you at
we're
least.
being called back.
The only thing that's slightly interesting is that in order for him to do that, and for him to be the one appearing in the dream, it would actually, to your knowledge, be Hazi who is casting the spell.
Can you not have someone cast it on someone else?
Then technically, they would be like that person who cast it would appear in the dream. Like they would be like passing on a message from that person, but they wouldn't be that. You wouldn't see that individual because it was like Hazi himself. You see, it makes you think this is Hazi himself who cast it.
What's the name of the spell again?
Dream message. I think technically I might have done it wrong previously when you sent it, and it's like they technically should have known the person that they did it. Like technically you couldn't really get someone else to do it, unless they also know the person. But whatever, I did it wrong before. They had a special version that one guy knew. But the normal spell is the caster who kind of goes into you.
So,
And
But it sounds right the way Nate described it.
So
so apparently Hazi can cast spells now?
Quite a change. Maybe he could always.
or is this a trick?
no, he's a strong warrior, but didn't show magic.
But again, maybe that's kind of he's him taking on the mantle of leadership for the tribe, right?
Maybe.
Of course, I will say also so casters also spells obviously can be cast with scrolls, and for instance, normally you have to have some sort of ability to do that, but there are of course other ways to do so.
Sure. Scrolls, trick magic item.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that.
But if it's a trick, then All Assault's Reef is surely in trouble. Anyways, so
I think whether it's the people behind it trying to call us back, or it's actually Hazi calling us back. We should probably go back regardless because that means trouble's afoot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
But now the question is, which way is faster? Because I think time is of the essence. Renting a nice bigger ship in the crew and going from I want to go down near fucking Gab, right? So I guess to Nex, hiring the ship to take us to whatever the fuck this name is. I cannot. What is that?
Antium, maybe?
Is
think
it
it's
a
a Q.
Q? Jesus,
Yeah.
that's
It
terrible.
looks like a Q. Like it looks like a 2
Yeah.
really, but yeah.
Like a 2, maybe
Two,
like an
one, two.
L, kind of with the. But here, and then get the big ship and the crew to take us all the way around the Horn and back down.
3,600 miles compared to then going via the Manoways. I think it actually takes even longer. Always.
I mean, I'd
It's
imagine
closer than you think, particularly because
I think it's faster.
you're on open sea where we can really use
Then
the
it's faster.
wind thing
Then
to
it's
our
faster.
advantage.
If you have also a bigger boat, they are faster, of course, as well. So probably would be faster and to go around the other way, of course, and you maybe have less things. Emmett kind of scratches his head and he's like, I mean, if speed is really important for you and you don't have most of the weight, there is also Arkansas is a big, powerful city. There are services there which can be paid for, magic, which can work even
And
in
our
the
bodies?
What city did he mention? Sorry.
Arkansas, like the actual city of Arkansas. I don't know why it's on this map, but Arkansas.
Why it's
is,
not? You mean?
Yeah, but Arkansas is kind of the M where this is in this.
Okay. Yeah, kind of just past the big.
Yeah, exactly.
Creepy
It's
lake.
kind of on the edge of the lake. Yeah, and he's like, I
Yeah,
mean,
looking at it.
if magic was,
Okay. So
Right,
teleportation,
if-
you're saying.
yeah, if you really had to get there. But
I mean,
that magic of that strength is not cheap for sure.
Right.
I mean, can we even afford a ship back home? I have 12 gold pieces. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, what? How much is a ship again?
Even
Is it
less.
more than 12?
Yeah, I don't have that much more actually. I have 12 as well. Although I technically have like the trinkets worth 15 gold.
Ooh, that'll do it. Right?
Oh,
Yeah, that's what do you consider that's doubled the rest of the money that I have? That's not terrible. Although probably a little sad that that means that much. Why is this? What is that showing up right there?
My total wealth is 1,800 gold.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
700.
1800, you said?
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit, though.
Pixel's got some
Yeah.
expensive stuff.
Seriously,
Gold.
mine's
Jar of chips and sands is like-
318.
Golden teeth.
The jar is 300
Oh,
gold.
Lord.
The blazons are 50. Let me see.
Broken's also worth a lot, actually.
Oh, also I'm kind of
Yeah.
cheating because I have one extra striking in the.
Oh, right. It's counting that as an extra 100 gold, basically. But that's it's only like 100 gold difference, so
Yeah.
that's not that
Broken is
big.
worth like 700 technically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
God
to be
damn.
honest, I
So you know who the
don't
main
think
character is?
we can return back to
I made
old
this shit, you
Old
know.
Sleep.
I didn't buy it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think we can return to the village without Shelby's ship. You know?
So I think
wouldn't
the
be
idea would
right.
be we would teleport to. Would we go Port Peril? So we could hire a ship? Because if we go straight to Old Salt Reef, we strand ourselves there.
Hmm.
So it's kind of go to Port Peril,
Yes.
still in the merchant, pick up some money to hope and sell some shit to hopefully be able to get the boat to take us the rest of the way.
It was like, I mean, how bad could it be, right? If you've been gone a while, maybe we can just, as long as we take at least the direct route back by the river, maybe we'll be fine.
Wait, how much haste did Haji require? How much danger?
Don't really know. I mean,
Yeah, it's always like,
how can you read a lizard man's
exactly. He was always very hard to read and was always very like sort of stoic in his kind of like voices and words. So you're unsure, like if it was super urgent, if he would say more than like "come soon," like if people were dying, he's like, "Oh, come soon, please." But on the other hand, maybe it is. Yeah, it's hard, very hard to say. He is quite a difficult one to read.
Do we have any idea how expensive a teleport would be? For all of
Yeah,
us?
I was actually looking up. Sorry, the price. Are you thinking or?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking it up. So technically, to go that level of distance, you actually need to have teleport cast at 8th level.
Oh shit!
That'd be so fun.
That is
No, sorry, that's
so
7th.
funny.
Wait, no, sorry, maybe it's only 7th. 1,000 miles? Wait, maybe it's 1,000. Oh, okay. So you think you go to Old Salt Reef but not in Port Pell?
Okay.
So at the crow flies, they might go off target a little bit, but be able to take you to nearby Old Salt Reef at the very least. There are other some, slightly bigger towns, but it would probably be, you'd probably go a little bit off target. But that would be a 7th level spell. And 7th level spell casting is 360 gold pieces.
Per person.
No, total, because teleport targets are up to 4 people.
Wait, but we have
Right,
five
but we would
people
need
with us.
2 unless we left Coop.
Oh yeah, true. You went up to 4 targets touched. Oh yeah, true. Yeah. Oh yeah, then they would go with you? What the fuck? How do you teleport other people if you don't want to be teleported?
Teleportation circle.
Yeah, but I tried to look into that. That's actually insane teleportation circles. Like, it's crazy. Like, a permanent teleportation circle costs 10,000 gold and is a 10th level item. Or 10th level spell. Or ritual, sorry, not even spell.
Yeah, it's a ritual level 7.
I think technically maybe a scroll would teleport, but no, I don't know if any people can cast scrolls.
Cost, rare incense, precious metals, and
5.
purified chalk worth 500 gold pieces.
Nice.
2 secondary casters is the ritual for teleportation circle.
Yeah, teleportation circle's hard. I remember looking into it.
Yeah, and it's 1,000 miles unless you did a 9th one, which then it would be 2,000 gold pieces. But again, the idea is you set it up so you can reuse the circle.
Yeah. For sure they do in some places. To be honest, I don't think Port Pell is big enough that they have a permanent. I mean, I know Port Pell's a really big city, but like the giant
Dean,
circle.
is it teleportation circle to circle? Is
I
that
think
the
so,
only way you
isn't
can
it?
do it?
When
Alright,
you do the teleportation circle, it makes another circle appear in that other place. Exactly.
Ritual.
So like
Can't
basically
be
they set them up like big swaps. So I'm gonna say like even Alcazar doesn't play out one this big. It's more like
So yeah,
giant
the
kingdoms.
best bet would be probably Anthusis or whatever it's called.
And Susis, so it is called. Yeah, honestly, I'm not even sure Adsusid would have like a 10th level one. I'm thinking more like it's just like shit like Absalon and then like the center of Cheliax and like the giant kingdoms. And Susid is like a really new one that's like a city stage that like basically is quite a new existing one. I'm gonna say stuff like Katapesh or Quantium probably have one, but they're like very old kingdoms and very powerful. But like Port Pell is like kind of a new kingdom, which is like very sort of like
so
Susid is like a city state.
The
It's
key
not
right
really
is
nice
I think
places.
one of them, if one of them is at least a 9th level, so if like, as an example, I don't think this exists, right? But if Alkenstar was to have a 9th level teleportation circle, it could teleport someone to anywhere in the world once a month.
Once a month?
But
Once
it
a
only
month?
lasts no, the teleportation cycle lasts a month, and then they have to make a new one. So they have the duration is like the amount of time the circle stays on the ground, as far as I can tell.
Oh.
So like
That makes more sense, yeah.
yeah, so
Okay,
basically they did a determined section.
So it would have
and,
to be a 10th level. Good
Exactly.
God.
That's what I mean. Like permanent teleportation circle, because of course, I mean it's insane, right? Like rotation circle is free, and people could walk on it every day for like the rest of their life, right? It basically allows unlimited travel back and forth.
Yeah,
like
you're
Oh, that's
if that's the case, you're talking like
You don't have to activate it.
and maybe
10th level
like 3
teleportation
other
circle,
places in the
you
world.
could,
Yeah,
exactly. You like can move, armies over instantly. You can like transport. Like it's kind of thing where like So it's basically like I would say like I haven't decided, but in my world at least there's like 3 or 4 in the entire world, right? Between like the giant old kingdoms of like immense power.
Yeah.
And then beyond that, I mean it is just realistically, if you're gonna do it via scroll, a 7th level scroll is like 600 gold, in case you want to know. So you check me if you got a scroll and you had something
You don't even have that.
I mean, it really depends on in the. Would there even be any?
I'm not
Just because of like if there's any kind of conflict, you would destroy yours.
That's true. Yeah. You would destroy yours, right?
Right, you wouldn't use it unless you would go preemptive strike. But
it's also so dangerous. Like you create a permanent.
This is an insane
the
level.
10th level one's different because the 10th level one is that circle to anywhere instead of a designated area. That's the big difference.
Wait, what? I don't think so. The
10th level, the cost increase is 10,000 GP, the duration is unlimited, and the destination can be anywhere on the
but
same planet.
that just means that's because normally the destination has to be within 1,000 miles, but it's still the destination still cannot be changed if like you read the first line of it. So like you create a 10-foot portal, you access the portal. This circle appears here and appears somewhere else, anywhere in the world. So the destination can be anywhere on the planet.
It's replacing only descendants of the destination must be a location with 1,000 meters from the same plane as the Wait. And the same plane is teleportation. So I see by both its position relative to the location where. Okay.
Because like when you cast a ritual, you have it here, and it actually ports to a destination.
Okay, so it's that last sentence of the first paragraph of the destination must also be a 10-foot diameter circle that doesn't overlap with any other. Well, no, that doesn't even make.
What? I'm fairly certain about this. Like the destination, it's like the first line.
That feels the most.
You create a 10-foot diameter circle with active portal to a destination determined at the time of the ritual. Like the destination determined when you do the ritual, and it like cannot be changed. Like this is like the.
Yeah, I mean that's
just
what
like
that's what's
exactly right. Otherwise, it's just like a permanent teleport whenever you want. But yeah. So basically, it's kind of thing like maybe 1 or 2, but if they even exist, they're probably not like known about. It's like things like exist.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be terrible, right? Because the teleportation circle normally goes only in one direction, so you can double cast to make the teleportation work in both directions.
But that's still terrifying, right? You basically are having like a permanent thing that goes like some. It's not terrifying, but like it's
like from you
dangerous, right?
to any potential ally or enemy.
But not to any, right? You pick someone once, and that person is
that's what I'm saying, right? Like the one place wherever that is. So It'd be if you have the receiving end of a teleportation circle, you destroy it.
I
If
think
there
that's the
was
thing,
something
right?
bad
It's very hard to
happening.
convince someone to like have it, be kept like.
True. Yeah,
functioning,
it
right?
would have to be most definitely like places like
I mean,
Absalom.
at least you know
Yeah.
where the circle is, so you can trap it all to hell and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, of course, they'd also be like the most well guarded place ever. We
Yeah.
have like a huge amount of customs and guards, whatever.
Yep.
But anyway,
So,
yeah. So it's,
speaking of portals, there is Earthplane portal we found. Maybe easier travel.
Did we find it, or are
Maybe?
we just hurting
you
to
hadn't
it?
found. You
I
found like a map, which
know
kind of.
it's somewhere around here.
But that's like a demi-planes kind of overlap.
Yeah,
with
you
our
can roll
world.
like knowledge, like
Not the same.
Arcana, if you want. But in terms of like travel and then compared to travel and here, it's very tricky to like know exactly how it works.
I still say we bring our ship back.
Yeah, Cooper's like, yeah. I mean, what's the other option? I think. I mean, come soon. Sure, we'll come over soon. As soon as we can.
I mean, it's downstream now, and we know the route, so pretty much faster than the other way around.
Yes, but that's also just it is very far.
Yeah,
I'll
I
lean
mean-
into Altair and say, have this necklace. We could trade. Evil, but rare.
I mean, I was hoping you would talk that like ages ago. So yes, let's do that.
Trade for magic.
Yeah, but
Possibly.
we'll need to sell a bunch of other things.
Yeah. I think we don't have the equipment necessary without selling like your beast gun and some other things to get some form of teleportation. Like
Is it-
this is not an option.
Yeah, to actually teleport all of you, it's like a 7th level scroll, right? And that costs 600 gold pieces.
Yeah. Like
And then
That-
it could fail because it's a scroll or what?
yep.
No.
Well, any of them realistically has a chance to fail, right? Or put
no,
you
no,
pretty
you
far off.
You can go a little bit far off, but like not that far.
Okay, so you can just like completely fail. Cool.
So teleport is 1%.
No, it's nothing.
It's not big that much, yeah.
Okay, well, if not enough gold, yes. Let's use ship.
Yeah, the other one would be never mind. That wouldn't work. I think it was
I mean, just-
anything else like
Took magic item can't actually fail anyway, by the way. So like technically, if you have too much item, like the scroll, you can stop being able to activate it till the next day, but it doesn't like ever destroy it.
Cool.
And it's like, well, I mean, look, daylight's burning. We can discuss this on the way, right? We gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, you should get to
Yeah.
Gunbox.
I had assumed we were doing that. Sorry.
Oh yeah, oh, yeah. No, you were intensely discussing it. It was, but yeah. Then you finish your record, like still kind of talking a bit about yourself, and set off heading through Gunworks. You're hoping to make it there quite early in the day. Yeah, it is in fact. Obviously keep the talk going if you wish. Otherwise, at about 11 a.m. Maybe 11:10, something about that. Yeah, I mean, you've been seeing it the whole morning as you like walk towards it, like the giant, or even more like built into the side of the mountain, and then also the town sort of built up around it. And yeah, there's a lot of like like people walking around, like in kind of like overalls and like aprons, like handling kind of like barrels like explosives and like kind of heavy bits of metal, carrying around. It looks like quite a bustling place. It seems quite small if you like look at it like around of it. Like the population probably isn't much. It's probably like around about the 1,000 mark, like around 1,000 people. It is just it's basically a big workshop that is kind of focused just on that task in mind. But yeah, Emmett's like, if you kind of follow me, I can show you over to my workshop. And yeah, he leads you around the back of it, like through all there's like the places basically like workshops and warehouses and the like, and he leads you over like to a bit like not outside of town, but like on the outskirts where he has his own sort of workshop, which is like basically just like a room with like a big warehouse attached, and not really any so much like sleeping quarters. You kind of see as he kind of opens door and lets you in, just like a bedroom kind of just in one of the corners that you imagine he sleeps on, rather than have like a normal room as people might think. And yeah, he kind of goes over and he opens something which in our world we would think it's probably some sort of fridge. But in this world, is quite a an impressive invention. It's like basically just like a big box that has like kind of ice and like some fans like set up and everything. And he pulls out some beer and he's like, anyone? He kind of like hands it around.
Yes, please. Long journey.
Yeah. Bring it on.
So it's good to be home. And yeah, you crack. Yeah, it is like clearly cold when he hands it to you, and it is just I mean, obviously cold drinks do exist, but they're really quite difficult, right? You have to have some like, I mean, in restaurants or not restaurants, but bars and stuff. If it's a nice one, they will have like kind of cold rooms, and this is where we'll keep their drinks. But it isn't that common.
Does thaumaturgy work on cooling something?
It does, I think, yeah, actually. But even that's like,
They just have like casters in the back, just constantly.
yeah, you deal with the ice touch.
Water kineticist.
No, true. They're the ones who always have the ice cubes in their
They don't
drink.
exist yet.
They always have the ice cubes in their drink. Okay, so then he, so it is sort of beginning day. He's like, so, do you want me to give you a tour? What are you feeling? I can show you around the main gunsmith works if you like. But it sound like maybe you'd rather just focus on, I don't know, you sounded a bit stressed at breakfast.
Yeah.
Are there any weapon shops around there? Or any shop that we could sell some of our gear here?
Yeah.
Like,
he kind of thinks. Yeah, I mean, there is some shops. I don't really I don't really know what you mean by gear, but there's some people who do some trade.
yeah, like the axe. Do you help bring us here?
Oh, that's saying. Yeah, I mean that had the standard sort of magic on it, right? Not so popular here because of all the dead magic zones, but we can still do some trade in them. Still okay.
Does dead
Maybe
magic
not so much to
zones
buy.
negate runes like that?
Yeah. The real dead magic zones, yes.
Yeah, it's a cool band name now. That magic zone.
Dead magic zone. Really sweet. Yeah, so he's like, but of course we can trade on with the other nations, but you might not get quite so much for here as you might in other places, if I'm honest. But they'll still take them off your hands.
I mean, we can't carry that axe around. That's the problem.
Yeah,
No, you need that.
I do have the bulk for it now. I can just carry it.
I would still just say, like, the chances that we make it all the way back, regardless how we do it, without having a single encounter where we get other gear is low.
Sure.
So,
I mean, we do want to
at
trade
least
if we
still,
can, but
I'd say at least just the axe, if nothing else.
well, maybe you give us the tour and point out shops.
Oh, sure. And he sets off around there. He's like, yeah, follow me. And he kind of he keeps his beer in his hand, as he kind of walk around, and he starts pointing it out. Yeah, and he basically leads you first of all to more interesting place. To basically the area underneath the giant gun is built into the surrounding area. It is the workshops that currently are constantly having to work to do maintenance and keep it running and supplying and everything. And they also doing the small arm manufacturing. And it's quite a good tour as gives you to look around. I'm not going to script you to explain how all it is, exactly how it works. As you go through, you see that the amount of facilities here could probably be pumping out actually a really large amount of firearms, but very few of them seem to actually be in use. It seems the amount of production that is here is much less than the potential. And he kind of mentions it. He's like, yeah, I think it's I think they keep the supply low, to be quite honest, to at least make sure we don't supply and demand and all that. I think they make sure that they don't flood the market too much. I think they're more just prepared for the eventuality we ever need to go full militaristic arm the nation. They'll be ready to do so at a moment's call. But you fingers crossed that never happens.
They are becoming more popular in the Shackles, even pirates.
Yeah, I think that's probably what they're worried about. As he kind of leads you past the door, and it's some people walking, and he's yeah, pretty much. Lacks a little bit of flair sometimes, though. He kind of is gesturing and waving at nodding at people when they walk by. As you kind of walk past one hall, you see he kind of gestures in their direction. You say that over there's the vault where they keep all the supplies and the materials ready for new developments, making new weapons. You see almost like a longing look in his eyes, like as he kind of looks over there, and then he's like there's a lot behind that door I would be dying to get my hands on. Then he kind of kind of quickly like looks away, and then he's like, anyway, he's like, come on, follow me, and he kind of leads you, and you go like past like boiling like kind of the vats of lava and everything that are being used to like heat all the furnaces. Got some like fire elementals that basically like summon to constantly create the lava. And it's quite an interesting talk, but it's probably a little boring for those of you who are not interested in crafting or gunsmithing. But I guess for you, Crixel especially, maybe gives you some tips and some insights on the process.
I have had a lot of like traditional training other than like the Beast Gunner quick course. So I guess I'll spend a lot of the tour asking annoying questions about like the normal crafting process and things.
Yeah, I mean, he's happy to share. He seems like even if he explains it's not really like he obviously learned probably what was like kind of trained in the process here, but isn't what he spent so much of time on. But he, from your point of view, he still seems very expert in like the process and is quite open to share it with you. And after like a couple of hours, he's like kind of showing you most of town, and he kind of near the end, he's like, oh, and that town there is what supplies most of us with at least our day-to-day goods, as well as having a bit of a special trade for more valuable items. Although that don't know how much work or how much how much business they really do in that avenue. But if you want to give it a shot, that's probably your best place.
Weird mana, waste magic, perhaps.
Weird mana waste magic? He kind of shrugs. Maybe. Good luck, but I'm not sure about that. Can ask, but never seen it. Yeah, if you want to go in, it's I don't know if we need to role play it. It's basically like just a normal kind of shop. They don't have very much for sale. They explain it like if you really need something, they can obviously like get a ship here from Alkenstar, but in reality, like depending on what you're doing, it might be easier to go there yourself or even faster. But they are willing to take stuff like the axe off your hands. They say it is a bit hard to sell it here and to transfer it back. They are only willing to offer you 40% instead of like 50% of the price. So like for instance, if it's 100 gold, they'd only give you 40 gold.
Whereas if the same problem would be in Alkenstar itself.
You can sure in Alkenstar, there's a bit more of a demand for such items. To be honest, you could probably get it yourself, but it's expensive to hire transport between back and forth, and it's not really worth my time, to be quite honest. I need to make a bit more of a profit for it if I'm going to be the one taking it off your hands.
Well, it might be worth
It seems quite straight with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But otherwise, it's like, well, that's pretty much most of the town. In case there's anything else you wanted to see. I'm afraid I couldn't arrange for a test firing, even for such unusual visitors.
Busy. We know of a dangerous giant village in mountains. We tell coordinates.
You do?
Maybe they fire?
Maybe. It's like you've seen. It's dangerous. Like they how many? It looks a bit like
Dangerous. It's dangerous.
Stone giants, no?
giants. They have attacked us before. He thinks, well, if you know the coordinates.
Friendly or not with Crixels either.
If you know the coordinates, I can tell my, well, not my superiors, but the people working here, and they can see if it's within range of the guns. I'm not sure if I can convince them to fire, even if we know, and just your word for it, but...
Can I estimate the distance between where we are now and where the what were they?
Stone giants.
Stone giants, yes. The stone giants village that we found.
Maybe like 15 miles or something, I think, roughly.
Alright, so it's on the outer reaches of its range.
Yeah, you don't think it would really be in range, to be honest. Like, I think the range was something like up to 20, right?
19, something like that. Like
okay, yeah.
8 to 19.
Yeah, so it's probably a bit far outside. Like, maybe you could fire on the distance, but it'd probably just be landing, like, in the middle of the mountains, like, with any sort of accuracy. more just like
But
firing
I mean,
up
maybe
most
that
of
would clear if we just did it all in a line perfectly. Then we can carve a path
That's
all the
true.
way through
That's
the mountain
true.
range,
And you
and
put
now
on
it's
like
easy for us to get back to
you
our
put on
ships.
like rails, and then you like move it like up as you want, and you
Yeah,
make a big
exactly.
fucking drill
And
or
then
some
slowly
shit.
but surely, we can build a canal that connects
Dude,
this lake
beautiful.
and
I
that.
Lovely
And suddenly
highway.
now we can sail all the way through the continent.
Gonna be
So
so
much
nice.
smoke powder.
Mhm.
So nice because we don't have a druid with us, right?
Yeah.
Destroying
Yeah,
the artificial canals in this
Yeah.
water, right?
Irrigation. When he asked us, like, good use. Another cold beer.
Ah, sure, we
Think it
can
over.
manage that at least. Yeah. He kind of takes you like to a local bar. As you go there, you see it's more of a populace. I mean, they all look quite like a lot of them look like Weather Beaten more so than he did. And you see like a few people who look like more like I guess lawyers, not lawyers, sorry, policemen or like some sort of military people.
Lawyers.
Like yeah, no, I said lawyers. You would
Lawmen.
think that they have like almost like the symbol of like I don't know, like it's like crossed guns. It looks like on like a kind of badge. And he kind of points out that those are the local shield marshals. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of those. And she kind of and you see a few people like wearing those uniforms. Probably more than you would have like in a normal population of the city. But obviously this place is quite.
So do they have a firearm as well,
Yeah, they have a fire.
like a pistol
Yeah.
or a?
They have a pistol at the back, and they have like a long rifle on their back, like a Jatali. Each circumstance. And he's like, yeah, you wouldn't really want to get alongside of those. Some of them are, quite young, but some of the others are, they've got some experience. Put it that way.
Brilliance defending a vault, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. He kind of gives you a side eye.
Difficult, yes.
Exactly. Difficult. He shakes his head, but such a shame. Such a shame.
Yeah, I think while we're in the bar, I think eventually I would be, after like a drink or two, I think I would remove my helmet and also put the beast gun on the table. Retrieve the jar of shifting sands, put that on the table, and the pouch with gems, and I'll like collect it together and say, this more than 600 gold, enough for us to buy magic.
Wow, your gun and your hat and everything, the shoes off your back, the shirt off your back.
I'll just look at it for a few seconds and think, I'm trading this for safety of Hotel Reef. It's worth it.
I mean, how much would it be to be able to send some form of communication to Hazi? Like, what kind of spells are that? Because maybe we can find out.
So sending in 5th level, the dream message one is 3rd level.
But dream messaging would be quite awkward if we want to go back and forth.
Dream message would be quite. I mean, I think also sending you don't get immediate response either, do you?
Oh really?
No, sending, it's like you send the message and then they can respond, I believe.
Okay, so there's one back and forth. Sure.
Of course, not fair.
Arcane Divine Occult. Sending is 5th level.
Yeah, it's 25 words or fewer, and it can respond immediately with its own message of 25 words or fewer.
Yeah.
So that would be services.
That's spell level 5.
Yeah. First scroll of level 5.
5th, 80 goals? Plus any goals required to cast a specific spell.
Wait, no, but it would need to be the scroll. It wouldn't be someone else doing it, but you need to know the person you're sending to.
Yep.
So 5th level
Creature
scroll
with whom
is.
you are familiar.
Yes, okay, 5th level sending scroll is 150 gold. But it's also item level 9, so you're unsure if you would really be able to get it in this like a place. It doesn't seem big enough, but probably in Appelside you'd be able to purchase one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coop. I mean, Coop is like. I mean, I don't. This place clearly means a lot to you. It's a lot of gold you guys are talking about, but if it's that urgent,
Imagine we head back on ship. We gain all these treasures, and we arrive, and Hotel Reef is burned to the ground. Not worth.
Yeah, it's a persuasive argument.
So I think we have to choose now, basically, before we leave to Alkenstar. If we're doing the ship, it's faster to let's head back now, right? We leave tomorrow morning, whatever, and go back to the ship. If we want to have the potential of doing the magic teleportation or sending, then we go to Alkenstar with the idea that we won't be going back to the ship almost either way. Either we
Would
do the
need to
sending
send
first to confirm it, and if it's more urgent, then we have to, sell some other shit and teleport, or it's not as urgent, but now we can do around the other way.
It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
we should do the sending, I think. Because I mean, selling most of the stuff that we're carrying around to unnecessarily doesn't sound great.
If we do not want to sell our stuff, this place, big vault,
We're not. No,
Mm,
I should kind of
Yeah,
see where your mind's
Corsairs.
going into. Again,
This is not
Corsairs
our
are
tribe.
different than the through. But I also I don't want to antagonize the people with an 81-inch diameter gun.
very inaccurate.
Well,
Wolves,
also
they don't have
we-
to fire unarmed down.
also, we
Probably the
just-
single largest armory of weapons ever.
Weapons we could steal. Yes.
also
better
we
than
Can't
that.
carry,
uh,
we can barely carry one big axe.
we
amongst
just
our party
arranged
right
a
now.
great
You
deal
can. I can
here.
carry 2 big axes.
Oh, very nice.
Assuming
I
you dropped
mean-
everything else, correct?
Yeah, and
How much is a 4-bulk?
Uh,
2-bulk? 2-bulk I can carry like 4 or so.
Well, you can carry them, but at half speed. The problem with moving
I
at
have
half
like 9
speed.
encumbrance before I'm encumbered, I mean.
Really?
I'm
What is
pretty
your
sure I'm
strength?
strong. I'm like 18?
Oh. Okay. See, I thought you were like 16
Sure.
string, because I'm at 10 and I have a encumbrance of 5.
Okay, just to check. So your travel here was like a little slow, from the few months. There's a lot of stuff in between. I
Yeah.
did the math. If you were going to sail straight back, assuming like it's downstream and you got the wind at your back and everything, blah blah, that would be a trip of about 2 months. Just so you know.
Yeah.
It's better. And that means we would be on
And that's
the-
why I think
on the Pearl.
here's my thought on the matter. We choose now. We either do teleportation or we go back to the ship tomorrow. As much as I want to do the sending, if it ends up being slow enough, we're just out of 150 gold and then we take a ship anyway and we're another couple days behind. So we kind of have to make a judgment call based on, Nate, what you heard from Hazi in the dream.
Nate, you're
If we
captain.
think it's that urgent, we go to Alkenstar. We hope we can find a teleportation.
You are old. You do not look old, but you are. You
Old and wise.
got the dream. You are captain. We'll follow you.
I still think we should send a message. Because, I mean, what's a day if it takes us 2 months to travel back?
Again, I think the difference is if we do the sending, we have to take the ship without selling even more of our already limited gear.
Yeah,
Uh, Wait, can I give one other option that maybe the spellcasters might consider, because you know a lot more about spells or something, or those who train in religion. Some there is magic, which can try to give you a glimpse for the future. For instance, spells like augury, you kind of ask a question, and it's quite a little spell, and you never know exactly what happens. But often you get back a response of whether or not that results of waiting, for instance, will be good or will be bad. And often, there is, it's hard to tell and hard to read, but there is some divination magic which can, give maybe some.
Is
help,
that the
or at
one
least
that
some
our one
influence.
spellcaster has?
No, but it's one that's only until level 2, so you can probably even in this small town find someone who would be able to cast.
Right.
So it's
It's
like
more
one
of, I
spell.
think, we're so tight on the budget already
Yeah,
that it's teleportation or boat.
yeah. But I
we
mean,
choose now.
compared to the prices that, I mean, like paying for someone
course.
to to like cast Augury, I think is like 7 gold or something.
Important now.
Just there is other magic right, which can try to give light on the future. Is an option? Just because in case. But of course, up to you.
How about we climb in cannon at fire at mountains?
Yeah, we fire Nate through the cannon back to Sultry. I mean, he'd only go 19 miles at most, but still.
Good head start.
Good head start for sure.
So, Nate want to go to city?
I
See
mean,
there?
we need to figure out some extra information. Because we don't know if it's urgent, right? That's the
I'll look at
main
all
thing
there
here.
and say,
And
Nate
that's why I
heard
say,
the words. He saw the dream.
and that's I'm trying to ask you to make a judgment call based on what you remember from the dream. Did it seem that urgent? Because if you think it is, let's go teleport. Why waste time and other money? If you don't think it was, then we go back to the ship.
If he's unsure.
It didn't seem a few days urgent, but might be 2 months urgent. Could be.
Sure. I don't think we have, unfortunately, the luxury of being able to go there and do the sending and do the teleportation.
Yeah, agreed on that. I mean, the safest would be to try to teleport there. But we'll need to sell off a bunch of our stuff and lose
And
the
then
ship.
we could get stuck there
Yeah,
for quite some
somewhere.
time.
Good opportunity to build new boat. Necessity. Mother of invention.
I don't like it, but two months is 2 months is a long time,
And
Even
again,
if
it is 2 months at like best case scenario. No hindrances, no damage to the ship that would stop us for days at a time, right? Straight. It's 2 months.
Yeah, it was 55 days full travel time is what I saw when I calculated roughly.
Okay, so maybe
Not
2
roughly,
months
pretty
is
This is
a
fair.
semi-conservative estimate.
Yeah.
A realistic one,
depends,
probably.
Right? Yeah, probably more realistic, right?
Conservative would be like 2.5 months.
Something like that, yeah.
okay,
In best
so,
case, 55 days.
So I guess we need to teleport back, might imagine, unless there's a the portal that we talked about. But
Okay, teleport it is then.
yeah, so we need to scrunch up
Alkenstar we
some
go.
gold.
First,
And I think
Yeah.
it's
Find
better if
someone
we try
here.
to sell it there.
to take our ship back. What we talked about.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of, like, let me a bit, like, sipping, like, frowny as you were listening. Yeah, of course, we can, arrange with that. I think I'll probably read out and start the contacts are there anyway.
Okay.
Great. I mean, kind of looks at his watch, and you're like, what the fuck is a watch? Like,
What?
He just looks at his
Gold
wrist
watch?
randomly and then suddenly.
yeah. No, he's got a watch. He's got a watch. Clockwork is this.
Ah,
He's like, well, there's some hours left in the light if you wanna. If it sounded like you were really worried about the time.
by the way, is there a way for us to take a loan in this here universe?
He's like,
That's
I
a great
mean,
idea.
we have banks. I mean, it's. How can it depends how much money we're talking. Often you need to have at least some sort of.
That would be like me flying to stay with Tom and trying to get a loan there.
Possible, not easy.
Again, definitely possible, but like also
You're gonna have a
really
low
unlikely
chance.
when you
Fucking
know that I'm
gonna
not gonna come back. Like I'm leaving the next day on a plane to go back to Utah.
I mean, you need to buy a school and teleport. How much sort of HS rate are you thinking?
Chances. Pirate fishermen from Shackles get loan.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when you talk about the loan, Emmett's like, I mean,
I
what
mean,
was
we
your
just
what was your contract
established-
with Captain Wright like? I
Yeah.
could maybe spot you a bit. It sounds like you need it pretty urgent, but I admit it probably would cost you in the long run.
Of course. I mean, we also might be able to say, right, like, the use of the ship as the first back down, right? The shipment could use our ship to deliver
Emmett
there.
sort of like, you know, like does it? He's like, that would
Rather than having
pay
to
for-
build the barge or wait for something to
no,
sail all the way up.
That would pay for a bit. I mean, we could also, yeah. That would, I mean, renting a boat for a couple months does pay, but probably not much as a interpretation school. But it would probably
Sure.
balance
Of course.
checkbooks a little bit. I can when we get to Albertson, we can discuss it with the traders to see exactly how much it would be taking off the
Yeah.
top.
Good.
Otherwise,
Yeah, I
he kind of shrugged. I'm not sure what your agreement was with Captain Wright, but if we agreed that whatever you were willing to be paid is transferred perhaps to myself, then maybe I could spot you a coin or two.
Mhm.
Kind of shrugs.
How much?
Yeah, sure
I'm
we'll find
trying to
a way to make it
remember
work.
out of game. How much are we still owed? Because I just remember like the
Owed by
percentage.
like how much you were going to get paid for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it's 500 gold.
Yeah. But I think we did get some of, at least of it up front.
Yeah.
And
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, cool. So 500 gold.
At least I
That
didn't write it
helps.
in if you did. Maybe you did.
Yeah, that's why we
were
are so poor, right? Because we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you
Oh,
got it.
yeah.
But it was like there was so few little chances of you succeeding that he was like, I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you shit.
500 gold and 10% of profits.
Okay. That 10% could be big in the long run.
Yeah,
but
sure, yeah.
if we die before that,
I think originally he was offering like 1,000 gold, and you were like, what about 510%? He was like, ooh, interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, he's like, we can
basically bought ourselves part ownership in a shipping company.
shipping, smuggling, one or two.
We'll call it shipping.
Yeah. That's what a hold up thing called.
It looks better on the documents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so he's like, all right, well, let's set up that now. Then, and as soon as we're there, we will.
Yep.
We can figure out exactly how we can help each other.
Good.
But we we had a few drinks, we're a little tipsy, so I'll say that you are a scoundrel, yes?
I suppose people may have called me such words. Normally, that's
Lovable
one of the nice
scoundrel.
ones they call me. Why?
See you stare at bolts, but seems tricky, impossible. Many easier targets on sea.
True, but not many that have the tools they have behind them. Yeah, shakes his head.
You are
But no, I know. Crazy dream.
And suddenly
Wouldn't
this
be-
turns
wouldn't be
into a
worth
heist
my-
campaign.
Wouldn't be worth my life, you know? Wouldn't be worth my life.
I am saying you're a tricky inventor, genius, some might say. We
Well,
need spots on our crew. People who can travel.
kind of frowns and like, the crew, I've never really been outside the Manoways.
Many places to see, as you have said.
Alright, he looks like he's seriously considering it. Can you give me like a diplomacy check?
Oh god.
He's like, do I want to spend my time with this bird
Yeah,
guy?
and I'm not helping you on this one, by the way. I'm sorry.
Sure. Kind of like looks at you like the smell of rotting flesh coming from your beak, and he's like, oh, yeah, you sound nice.
I mean-
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's like, he's really considering. He's like, yeah, I've always, I mean, it's interesting. I wouldn't say I've never thought about, leaving this place, and I've maybe, I wasn't quite finished with my book now, but maybe on one of these days when the boat's coming sailing from the Gunworks down to Port Peril, maybe I'll hitch a ride one day, see a bit more of the world. If I do, I'll be sure to write you a letter.
Agreed.
You kind of like, squints glasses and, takes another sip. Alright, and then he's like, alright, we can head off. He kind of, downs it and like stands up. But it sounds like a pretty good starting point, and then I can learn a bit about open stuff. Alright, good stuff, guys. See you in a
Sounds good.
Yourself.
See you in a couple weeks.
See you,
Later.
boys. Bye.
Bye bye.